What's it called again?
You know what I am?
Ninja
I'm a great
foodie.
co-host.
Yes, you are a great co-host because you know how to keep it moving.
Yes.
You do not have to reach all the way over here when there's a microphone right there.
Hi, who am I?
Hey.
Hey, it's me and the gay homie. We're back.
We're back, and
We're back in this thing.
Are here with a couple of my favorite people on earth, Samara and Tiny.
What's good? What's good?
Yes, they are a married couple who I've known for, I don't know, numerous years, maybe 8 years, I don't know, 9 years, but these are two of my best friends, and I thought that maybe they need to be on the show because we have conversations about how their relationship came about, the lesbian experience, their experience raising their daughter, Ali, and it's been a very eye-opening situation for me because
So D, I mean, I've met these women a minute ago, but D had brought this up as soon as I decided to bring D on the podcast to be my co-host. He was like, "We gotta have him on." So I'm mad that it took this long, but we're here and we're gonna have a great time. And on another note, this Ninja Foodie that you want me to buy, it's $223. God damn.
But it's worth it.
First look on Walmart.com because I think I got it for like $179 or maybe $187. So.
All right. I gotta move some shit around. My savings in my
You need it. It's amazing.
The way your bank account is set up, I understand.
So I guess, we have to talk about some of the hot topics today. One of them being Michael Jackson.
Didn't do it. He didn't do it.
No, he didn't do it.
Look, man. Let me tell you something. I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
And D.L. Hughley is hilarious. He said
he is.
He's a horrible babysitter. Yeah, probably. He said that about Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. They're horrible babysitters.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Okay, I haven't seen the documentary, but I just don't believe that he molested those guys. I don't believe Wade Robson. I think he's a piece of shit, honestly.
Yeah.
But I was a fan of Quo. If you know Quo, the rap group Quo.
Yeah.
He was in that group with the other guy. There's a black kid. He's Megan Gomez Preston's husband. Rachel. You know who that is? That is the chick from Parenthood back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Real pretty girl from Parenthood.
I remember.
Robert That's her husband. They were in a rap group called Quo. They were signed to Michael Jackson's label. They had some dope shit, man. Look that up. QUO. They have a video. It's on YouTube. I just watched it. They could dance their asses off.
Are you trying to say that he didn't molest them?
Wait, did they have comments about? Well, did they allege that he molested them, or?
That's who Wade Robson is. Wade Robson was in that group.
Got you. Okay, got you.
Wade Robson was also the guy who was on MTV. He had the dance.
I know about that.
If y'all don't know,
I know who he is.
Yeah.
Now, were you saying that he did not? That Michael Jackson did not. Go ahead. That Michael Jackson did not rape him. I'm sure the reason why you're saying that is because you've never been raped, right? No, have you been? No. Have you? Wait, I think I phrased it wrong. I want to say it the right way. Have you been sexually abused or raped?
No.
Okay, so for those that I feel like have been sexually abused and raped, and they don't know the signs, then all of a sudden they see that these were not the right signs. These were the wrong things to do. That's the reason why they can now say, this wasn't right, and I was raped. And for those who never been touched before, of course they're like, nah, a man would not touch another man like this.
No, that's definitely not what I think. Because there are plenty of men who touch little boys, and I have a cousin who was raped, actually a few, who were molested by grown men.
And you believed him when he said it?
I believed him because, for one,
who wants to?
It wasn't just like, it was like somebody saw it. So I can't say that I believed them just because they said it.
You said somebody had saw it.
Yeah.
Just like somebody had saw
I'm gonna say, why do you?
Dick.
Oh, okay.
The what
I'm
on
gonna
his
ask
dick?
you. I'm gonna ask you.
She's
Oh, that one of the kids identified.
Mm-hmm. Now I do want to ask you, like, your reasons why you believe that he was.
Well, I say first, these kids said that they was molested.
Okay.
Okay, so if my daughter said that she was molested, she was molested.
Did they always say they were molested though? Because now I'm gonna be honest. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't like completely researched this, and so I'm just going off of other shit that I've read, which is Instagram comments.
There's something called suppression.
Oh, absolutely.
And then there's something called, well, you just don't know any better.
And I think that's the question. That's what constantly being questioned. Is like, of course, the general idea is why are they coming out so late about it? And it's like usually people who've never been molested to have any idea of the way that it affects your young mind and the reasons why it takes you time to even realize, like, damn, that was fucked up, but I was in it and didn't understand that it was. Yeah. And now that it is, I feel a whole nother level of violation. And then especially if you looking at this person who violated you just win, you know, it's just.
Okay. Now I do want to know what exactly do you see in these folks that says they're not lying?
Well, I know that the one who was on the stand who said that he saw the mole on his penis, that right there alone, because I was molested, and because I had to have proof without having pictures back in the day, proof. So that meant, what was the proof? The proof is in the pudding, the body proof. The only proof that I would know, that I would see, that nobody else would see but his wife. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody goes to your body part and says you have an abnormal looking dick, you got such and such and such a, you have
a birthmark.
You know what I'm saying? Then that right there in itself. So again, you got people saying those things, and that leads it to itself. I mean, you got a kid who's saying that they've been molested.
I mean, look. I don't want anyone to be molested. And if you molested anyone, I want you to get beat to your death.
Mm-hmm. But how would you know that they're being molested? Like, unless you walk into the room.
Listen. I'm saying.
So you say. You
no,
want a picture.
No.
I want pictures and video.
No, you can't. No. There's no way you can put that on me because I just told you the reason why. You asked me why I believe them. This shit happened like that. You can't. That's not why I believe everyone else. I'm just saying the people that happened to in my family.
Mm-hmm. The other question is that what is their?
Because I'm not saying, just to make it clear, I don't want any of you motherfuckers to think I ain't believing no kids and shit.
No, I don't think that's been translated. Yeah.
I love Michael Jackson though, so I'm gonna fight it a little bit.
But the
is
question,
he a weird motherfucker? Yes,
yeah,
he's a weird
and I think that
also
weighs on why people could consider that he was just such a weird individual that, you can see this maybe being a part of it. But outside of any of that, I just know the question that is always brought up is like, what is their angle? What is their point for trying to bring it up now after he's passed? And at this point, there is no money to be given.
No. There's money to be made.
There's still money to be made.
There's always money to be made.
Books and confession things
of that nature. You may not get any money from
him or his estate, but.
And you may actually get money. I don't know how that works, but there is money to be made out here. There's always money to be made when you're doing something controversial. Yeah. It's getting views, listens, and all that. There's money to be made. So, it is questioned. Yeah. It is questioned. And, from some of the stuff that I have read, like, dude is a little questionable guy. So, but I'm just worried that anybody can just say, I think about this one young lady who said I raped her.
Mm-hmm. You?
I did not. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact that did not happen. Mm-hmm. Shit didn't happen. She told people I did.
Mm-hmm. Was you both under the influence?
No. Mm. We just always fucked, and she was mad about something because we were breaking up.
That sounds like R. Kelly.
No, that doesn't.
That sounds just like what his interview was when he talked to her. He just said.
Oh, he did use those exact words. He did.
They get mad at him and have said the same sentence that he's saying. So, again,
But I know, and she apologized later. We were talking about 5 years later, which kind of sucked because whoever
dragged my name all
believed her.
Yeah.
They believe that I'm that guy.
Just the mention of it already creates enough doubt to really harm someone's reputation, for sure. I'm not
going, and there are plenty of people out there who have been accused. Most people who are accused are guilty. They fucked. Mm-hmm. They did that shit.
Mm-hmm. I am curious. I have not watched the documentary yet. I will, just because I'm curious to why it's so damning for people opinions now. You know, the Simpsons then took their Michael Jackson episode off. I heard South Park is planning on doing the same, and
Which is funny.
I'm gonna say,
which is funny because it was such a parody.
My homegirl sent me a video of him saying something about his hair being coarse, like feeling like something.
I know.
And that shit, I wish I could
It
play.
felt like wool. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it
when
was
he said
like-
something like
Like when
that.
the fuck was Michael Jackson's hair feeling like wool?
Never.
It should have felt like some
No, not.
greasiness
I
or
was about to
something,
say
if
in the
anything.
'70s.
In the
Yeah.
70s.
Pepsi commercial.
But no, it should have after
since the Pepsi
that.
commercial.
Yeah. But no, I have to truly say that after watching the documentary, you know, I do believe both the Wade dude and the Safe Chuck. I always want to say Up Chuck. Up Chuck.
And
But
I
Safe
didn't
Chuck,
have
I
to
do-
watch the documentary to believe what was going on with any of this
No, I
situation.
mean, not to say that I haven't really followed it like that, but seeing the documentary, I'm like, because you know, you follow media just in a very, very little simple way, and you see that, oh, these allegations were against Michael. Oh, Michael got off. Okay, see, blah, 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 blah. But you don't really delve in. You didn't see the little court drawings they do to see the boys' faces
Yeah,
on the stand.
it's
You know,
more,
I didn't know all of that. And so to hear all that information, I'm like, dang.
And that is more information because between even the Michael Jackson documentary and the R. Kelly documentary, I've always felt, well, why is it this big understanding now as if it was really any new information given us? You
The
know,
R. Kelly shit really fucks with me because, okay, we may have a debate about Michael Jackson. There's absolutely no
Unequivocal
fucking debate
evidence.
about R. Kelly.
Exactly.
Like, you saw the video.
It's just
It's like,
like-
it's, I always think about, but the price is on a can. Like, like we saw this shit. Like,
saw the
what are you
video.
talking about? I
mean,
watched
what
it.
else is there to
And
say?
I was
mean,
just
did
so
her
disturbed
fingerprints
that
need to
you-
be on the tape? Like, I don't.
Exactly.
I don't.
See, she didn't touch the lens.
Look,
She'd be like,
I was
yeah,
more
that's
disturbed by
So
the
it's
fucking
your ID
urine.
next to the.
I just didn't understand why he had to pee on the girl.
well, I mean, he
That
was
shit
a
was-
monster.
That's his
That's
freakiness.
erotic for
You've
some
seen
people.
Pornhub.
I
I mean,
watch porn.
I watch Pornhub all the time.
I've definitely peed on
I jacked
somebody
off,
before.
I jacked off earlier to
Yes,
fucking
and do
X
you-
videos,
do you
but it
see
wasn't
what's
urine.
on there? But it doesn't matter.
But
That's
it wasn't
not your
urine.
taste.
It was not
Wasn't
urine.
your taste.
What? You were in the other room. What are you looking at me for, buddy?
It wasn't
Shit.
urine. Okay.
I had my napkins. I was good.
well, some say that squirting isn't urine.
It
but
is
I-
okay.
no,
Can I tell
think
you
it
guys
is.
something? I'm gonna tell you this. You can say it's urine.
pee.
Let me talk, please. Have you peed somewhere?
Yeah.
What did it smell like?
I mean,
What did it smell like? No,
depends
no,
on
no,
what I
no.
ate and
Okay,
how
okay.
hydrated I've been.
What did your pee smell like?
It smells like hot.
It smells like pee.
No.
Okay.
You have to have a taste for it. You got to know.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
time out. No.
It tastes like
Wait.
Mountain Dew.
All right. For our listeners, I'm not even gonna ask the question anymore. I'm just gonna say when you know when somebody peed somewhere. All right, I have dealt with squirt many times. One time, it was squirt all over my fucking bedroom floor.
Okay.
It was all over the place. My dog was licking it up and shit,
It was pee.
and I never cleaned it up. Never cleaned it up.
Because he's a dirty whore.
I
course.
was
It's my
at
face is
that time. It was a while ago.
Leave a stain? I mean,
What, like, well, these floors, same thing. So I mean, I guess it was probably the same, but I couldn't.
Floors wouldn't.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it that good.
Somebody can die right here and we'll be
But,
okay.
but we talking about like people come in. I'm like, yo, what it smell like in here? Like nothing smell cool to me. It never smelled like pee because yes, it may be tad bit of urine. It may be a percentage of urine, but probably mostly water because it didn't smell like urine to me. My sheets,
Of course not.
I
She
have
was
been-
properly
you know how many-
hydrated. I
she
mean-
don't know. That motherfucker was drinking like a goddamn sailor.
Drinking liquor, right?
It was nothing but alcohol.
Right, but before
And then before her, and then after her, it
before
was
this
a.
all happened, she drank water.
She's not a. I know that girl. She ain't drinking no fucking water. And then,
All her
after
drinks
that,
are sugary.
It was another girl. It was another girl who twice, like just waterfall. I like the way that sounded on this mic. That was dope.
It did sound
That was
great in
kind of
the head.
cool.
I don't know why.
And
It did.
I had to, twice. I had to change my sheets. I don't even have a lot of sheets like that. I
You mad?
And
Did she inform you that she was a squirter?
no, that girl, we had been fucking for the past, like, we've been going on and off. She had a break from her dude, and he did some stupid.
But
But anyway, she got a tattoo here. That was such a
Did
funny
she say that she was a
experience.
squirter before
She's
you?
always leaked on me. She's always had to.
Always
had
leaked.
she's always gave
much
the
she needs
puddle.
to
So I guess we've all just safe to say that R. Kelly did.
That was.
Do
Act-
it.
but I'm
So-
saying,
so she
we
feel-
are we?
so she
Was that a
feel-
debate on R. Kelly being a
Well, I
squirter?
mean,
Yeah,
it just
well,
went.
R. Kelly's a squirter.
Maybe you say I don't understand why R. Kelly peed on it, and then now we turn around.
And
and
then
Oh,
we
that's
went
how we
into
got to that.
We
men
said,
own
wait.
the women
I
peed
mean,
on you.
are we gonna
It's okay.
get
Now
to
you
that
feel
Gail
better.
interview though?
The first time I ever got squirted on, I was eating pussy, and I ran like a little bitch. I said, what is this?
No.
And then I came back to, and I said, I got this. And I did that. It was like the shower spraying in my face.
You came back with tools now with like a washcloth and
Nah, all
a
fake.
a portable dryer.
No, I said I'm
I'm a
not gonna
man.
stop. I'm not
man
gonna.
now.
I was determined. I'm not gonna stop.
Man,
I look stupid.
sex is
I
so
wish I-
rewarding when you get into that mode where it's just like the fucking gladiator. You like,
Oh yeah, I know you have to be a gladiator for what you got to do.
I gotta fuck with men. You're right.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
just
a
like
shitty situation.
It's a sticky situation. Yeah, right.
Look at my
Are you
nephew
okay
over there,
with
like,
shit?
man.
I don't know. Don't even
Hey,
go
nephew,
there. Don't
nephew,
even-
you ever
Okay,
fucked a
thank
girl
you
in the
for telling
ass?
me. You know, thank you. Thank
My
you.
nephew has never fucked a woman in the ass. Okay.
Have you
Look.
ever been fucked in the ass?
Oh, have you?
ever wanted it to be in your ass? A finger? A tongue?
Hey, okay. Question: how do y'all feel about a dude getting? Do you automatically think he would like a penis if he gets a finger in his butt?
No, I fucked in the ass. I fucked a dude in the ass a couple of
Oh my God, Tiny has many
Okay,
pegging
okay.
stories.
I just wanted to see his
All right, all right,
face.
all right, all right.
Look, roll back to
All right,
that.
look,
His
can
face
we roll?
was
Can
not
we,
gross enough, so you are interested.
wow.
No, he is accepting. He's not grossed out. Don't think you gotta
I'ma
have a
tell you-
grossed out
no,
reaction.
No. Yeah, my nephew. Look.
Have you?
Nah, I
Have
don't
you-
do. I
have
don't like.
you?
I don't like nothing about the ass. Let me tell you. That is my.
He said, "Listen,
You don't even
I don't
talk.
eat ass or
don't-
none of that
yeah.
shit. All right?
No, I don't.
I can't.
I
You
hate
can't get with it.
every-
You know?
I can't.
Now, you said you can't. Have you ever had it?
I fucked a girl in the ass,
No,
and
no,
after
no, no,
that,
no.
nah, I'm good.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
but
what
I'm
you
not
did
gonna
to
ever
somebody.
try.
Raised
I,
across
look,
your
I'm really.
ass,
I really just like regular orgasms.
Okay, now look, let me
You
speak
know
on this a
that-
little
I'm
bit though.
good. Like, can I tell you something? I really enjoy regular orgasms.
I will. I mean,
I don't care.
Wow, okay.
I will
good.
say, if I was a heterosexual man and you had the vagina presented to me and the ass presented to me, I don't understand why you would even try the other option. However, the
why-
other way around, there is sensual feelings that you feel in the ass that heterosexual men who has a block or even trying that would never experience in their entire life. They don't even know how that feels. And
Tell you, I've never jumped out of a plane either. I'm okay.
you don't
with
know how that feels either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can tell you it feels great.
I've never had kangaroo.
It's okay to try one thing. It's okay to try something once.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I tried sex. Yeah, I liked
And
it.
you liked it, you'll stick
yeah,
with that.
I got stuck with it.
I've just been constipated before, so I just
God.
can't play around with booty. It be hurting.
It's the mental block. It's like the idea that I may shit on you is going to make me lock up and not want to do it. But it's like if you can release that idea, you can cleanse yourself and be completely free, open, and you just know there ain't nothing in there. You can have as much fun as you want to.
We never talked about this, but we could do it really quick. Justy Smollett, fuck you for having us over here caping for your ass.
Oh, look, I forgot to take him off the page and being a gay homie. You know,
We was over here.
I
like-
was rooting for. We were rooting for you.
Yeah.
We were rooting for you, and you made us look like a goddamn fool.
Yes, you
I
And
just couldn't
yourself, and I was
believe.
like,
I just couldn't believe. Like, all right, I knew the story sounded a little weird because
Everybody
me,
kept-
and,
yeah.
me and D would sit there talking about it. I was like, so tell me about Chicago again. like,
Outside of
It's
such
on Whacker.
hotel, you would definitely have cameras. You would have all types of
but
everything from all angles.
I'm just
so
really thinking about the type of people who did that in Chicago.
Not
Like, because
there.
that doesn't even happen in L.A.
and you would find it more understanding if they did it in some place like Oklahoma or some shit, like back of the yard shit.
Nobody who did that to Jesse was like Chief Keef, so it was kind of weird.
And yeah, but I'm saying before we even get to that, before we even get to like that, the fact that you got these dudes, he said they're wearing what they're wearing. How do they not stand out in? I've been in Chicago.
In downtown Chicago.
Yeah, you just there is nobody walking around just looking hillbilly-ish with fucking shit like that. It's just not happening.
No.
So it was a little weird, but I just didn't want to believe that somebody would make up
Will
such
go
a
this
crazy
far.
lie.
And
Publicity. I'm talking about people do things for the strangest things. You understand? People go live to get views and get these ratings and get this. It's just, it is what it is. This is just the world that we live in right now.
True. And I wish he would just have a sex video or something to do it. Like,
Okay.
come on, fuck, do something
what
else,
happened
bro.
to regular old days when you just found some celebrity
Well, I mean,
sex
some
and
Yo,
moved
people-
on?
yo, I don't know if y'all know these
His dick is
girls.
small. Who wants to get on camera with a dick small? Now you getting that talk to them. So I'd rather get beat.
All right,
the
then
fuck
maybe
up.
he should have got pounded out.
I should have resolutely got no.
I mean,
Now I'm
that's the
bitch.
only way I
Now
imagine him
now
happening.
We
I mean,
always,
I
but,
can't see
but
him
everybody
topping
looks at
anybody.
Jussie Smollett as a bitch.
But he's a,
Yeah.
to him, he's a strong bitch.
No, to
'cause
him,
he's
he's
the gay
Tupac.
You feel me? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's a different look and a different feel. So if I got a small dick, I'm not trying to be on camera showing that shit. But I look like I'm on camera getting beat up, and I can't just be strong because these strong-armed men beat me up because I'm gay. You know what I'm saying?
It
That
was
passes-
levels
Yeah,
like that,
so
yeah.
it passes better than, you know what I'm saying?
A small
A
dick.
small dick. You know?
That's hilarious. That's damn. Talking about these young ladies just put out a couple little videos, and I think it's not getting the attention that I would like it to get. What's the sisters? Do you know the sisters with the big old titties? One of them used to date the game, and another one. Come on.
Sisters with the big
You,
ass.
you know
titties.
who I'm talking about? The
Everybody
pretty
minds
real-
connect.
Westbrooks.
India Westbrook completely exposed
Oh,
herself.
hold on.
Third time.
No,
2 years.
Crystal Westbrook.
Oh, Crystal's was better.
Okay, if you don't know who Crystal Westbrook is, I need y'all to research, to Google Crystal
see
Westbrook,
now.
or
I
go
can
on
be part of
Pornhub,
it.
go on
Okay.
Pornhub, go on X videos. Crystal Westbrook is on there, playing with her vagina,
We have our
and it's
research team.
look. Let me tell you something. I've been seeing many a video of women playing with their vaginas.
Wait, but pause 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm old. I'm out of the loop. So this is
I'm older than you. You're just out of the loop. It's cool.
Okay.
And they're from LA. It's different.
Okay, so this is an artist though.
No, they're just
They
like
had a show
Instagram.
called
They had a show.
Westbrook?
They had a show.
Oh, they had a show.
They're really Instagram famous.
Instagram famous. Okay, all right.
The girl in the game fingered in the park. Her sister.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
wait,
have you heard of
whoa,
India
whoa,
Westbrook?
whoa. Somebody got fingered in a park?
Yeah, India Westbrook. Have you heard of India Westbrook?
Look at these girls.
Her okay, India Love. India
That's the
Love.
name of-
That was her name. That was her name on
Instagram?
Instagram for a minute.
Well,
But
anyways, go ahead.
She has a sister named Crystal Westbrook. Crystal Westbrook was fingering herself, and
Oh, you
like
found
she
her.
was playing with her like
she's beautiful.
vagina, and her
Where
titties.
can we
Her
find
titties are
this at?
perfect. Both of them have
wow.
have perfect
Right.
titties.
So she has a masturbating video out on
Yes,
Pornhub.
and it's amazing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I jacked off to it,
She
but I
giving you
did.
theatrical. She
I'm
giving you
gonna say
breath.
I did.
She's giving you all. She's giving you panting. She's giving you wet.
Dude,
she's
she
giving you
is
leakage,
flexing
she's
with her.
giving you
She
flex.
is letting the vagina flex. Like
Oh, she's giving you barbells. Okay.
I hate this motherfucker so much. And then her sister India has a shower video, bucket naked,
Bucket.
and
How y'all feel about shower time?
I hate shower sex.
It's not as appealing as TV make
I
it.
said shower time, not shower sex.
What do
What
you mean by
is shower
shower
time?
time?
Just some, like giving somebody shower time on
Like
FaceTime.
FaceTime.
Say FaceTime, and you know you washing yourself up while they're watching you on
I can't
FaceTime.
believe
No, thank you.
I've
I got
actually
other
done
shit
that
to
with
do.
an ex who we were long distance and we would do crazy shit like that. But it would be weird because it'd be like I'm taking a shower and sometimes it could be neurotic, but other times it'd be like I'm just holding a conversation with you while I'm taking a shower.
Right.
But
When I'm
it's
in the
naked.
shower, I'm really just trying to shower.
Listen.
I
Right,
spend
but
too
don't
much
you think
time in
that
there. I
while
do.
you're showering, the girl would like to see you washing your balls?
Does she really want to see me washing my? I gotta ask. I'm gonna put a poll out there. Who wants to see me washing my balls?
I'm gonna say no. And I remember when I had a girlfriend, and she used to always want to take a shower with me, and I would be like always trying to avoid it because I'm like I have to get in there, and I'm not gonna get in there with you here, and
But
I don't
really
want
wanna
you to
see
go there.
I really want to see you in there because I really want to know that your balls is clean.
Okay, let me
Oh,
tell
just
y'all.
trust me,
I-
please.
no, it's funny. It's funny. Like I always hated taking a shower with any girl I'm dating because for one, somebody got to be under the shower getting all the water, so the other person is fucking cold. And then say you're fucking right.
Yeah.
If you're under the shower, you're like,
Yeah,
you
that
can't
happened.
breathe.
Or it
It's
was trying
just-
to, or don't be trying to suck my dick while you getting like the shower head. Like you, It's like Titanic up in that bitch. You about to die.
Dude,
And,
you're drowning in the bitch. If you're not drowning, you're freezing.
but you know why?
No, thank you.
You know why that experience is for us is because there are showers for the rich and wealthy where there's water coming out of everywhere. And that experience is different.
Okay, I ain't had that.
It's
I
why
ain't-
it's as big as a walk-in closet,
I
you
will,
know.
I will give that. I will.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
see it, I will give it a shot.
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
like
different
shower sex.
experience.
I don't like pool sex.
No, it's not. It's
No,
abrasive.
pool.
Water is abrasive.
Pool is
chemicals.
It dries out your vagina
Nah,
and all
no.
that
Yeah,
shit.
it's not for you. Okay. I'm
The-
sorry.
the idea is
It was
nice,
a question.
but it's
my
not.
bad.
It's not cool.
Yeah, I think that's the one I just saw. I
Down it, y'all.
think.
That body is tight.
What the fuck is happening around her nipples? Oh,
It
that
is a
rings.
ring.
It's like she's post surgery.
Oh, that's India.
Yeah.
That's not crystal. That's India.
Oh, that's the India one.
Oh God. Y'all want to see the
That's
crystal
Crystal
one?
with the bigger
That's
hair.
right.
It's the she
That's
on the video
tight.
too. You gotta find
It
Her body is.
is nice.
Are her titties real?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
actually.
Hell no.
I'm not
They
seeing
are
any
laying. They
scars.
are hanging right, but the
Her
points.
body is so tiny.
But the points of it.
What? Those
Not.
titties are perfect for me.
I said they're
love them.
perfect. We asked what they real or not.
Oh, they're real.
Nah.
No, absolutely,
They
they're
real?
real.
Wow.
No. She's had the same titties since she was 15. Not straight up. I put that
That's
on.
like a fucking D
Does
cup.
she have any kids?
They do
No,
look real
she's
though.
only like 20.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
okay.
she's had the
They
same
20
titties.
Okay, there we go.
Because you know how those look when you 48.
Yeah.
I just
No.
told my daughter, you better live your best life right now.
Because those are
Okay?
black, fat, like you know when black
No, those
girls
are
have like them big ass titties and they like
Yes,
flapjacks.
they're
This is what
real.
they look like when they're 20
Yeah,
and
they're
you're tall.
plump. Oh my God.
That is crazy. This is a D cup.
I'm not even
Easy.
a titty guy, but good God.
Who is not a titty guy? I mean, even
I
I like a titty or
ass.
two.
I like ass. You can have like just nipples and big old ass. I'll be happy.
both parts is
Oh,
fine.
is it just looping? I thought it was gonna.
I think
go.
it's
I don't
looping.
even know what's more important. I just think you just should
I
walk
like
right
the
and
booty
be
bounce.
confident.
I like the booty bounce.
The
When you
confidence is
confident,
more than
when
everything you
got
need, I
confidence
guess.
about
You know.
yourself, it's like, oh, you all good with me.
Thanks for sharing that, nephew.
Good job, pussy pup.
Yes.
So yeah, what we got? Who we talking about?
Oh.
Because Jesse is
So
his-
Jesse's-
his lane.
Oh,
It's
did we
over.
talk? I mean, we pretty much.
Okay, but we do need to bring this up. 16 counts?
16 counts, and I do feel like that's pretty excessive. Like, damn, that shit made me cringe. Like, because technically, if they sat there and took the time to prosecute him fully to all 16 accounts, he could literally be in jail for life. You know what I mean? Like, over something this dumb. And I don't know. I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, she gets into that.
We're still looking at Crystal
Still
Westbrook's
looking-
video.
We're gonna have a moment of silence. I mean,
No, of course.
She in that thing.
She gets it in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be a rough cut right here, probably.
There we go. 16 counts is a lot. One thing I do want to bring up. Let me stop looking at this goddamn vagina. So
Stop looking at that
I'm
goddamn
getting,
vagina.
I do have to say, my people, my black folk, I need y'all to stop saying, well, such and such didn't get that time and he didn't get this. Then I remember when I was growing up, my mom always said, you're going to have to, be better.
Yeah.
You have to act this way and act that way because
comes
you're
with the
not going to
territory.
be treated like white folks. You're not.
And it's-
Stop. Look, I don't care. You can. I don't want us to stop bringing it up. I don't want us to stop, making the comparisons. I don't. But we don't need to do it amongst each other. We know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not fight with each other about it. Like, well, so what? We know that. We cannot do what they do. We cannot. I can't go out on the fucking block and just stand there and not think that the police gonna look at me. Yes, that white man can. That white man can sit there with a fucking pit bull. I can't. He's gonna look at me twice. It's just, it is what it is. Simple. I'm bringing up simple shit because that's how it is.
And
It
I
can
think,
be-
and the more
I think about being
yeah.
black all the fucking time.
Yes, and
have to.
that's always part of the argument. But I think it's so monumental if you understand, let that sink in your head that you have to work 2-3 times as harder. So you can already have that head start and knowing that's what you got to do instead of griping on it and
And
making
you have
that
to
be
think
a pause
about,
for
and
you.
you have to know that the decisions, the laws that you break, the shit that you do is going to be magnified more
Yes.
than them. So when you keep on saying, well, Bill Cosby is in jail. Yes, he should have some fucking friends in there with him. They should be in there with him. We know this.
Yeah.
You know we know this. We know. I know more. I know more. I ain't. Look, there's white folks out there doing some horrible crimes that we fucking vote for. That are fucking in office, that are fucking making hella money, and we know they are illegal as fuck.
Yep.
It's not gonna happen, y'all.
It
And
ain't.
can I just say, I'm just jumping to this because my mind is going. I've been drinking and I don't care. But I just have to say, if you got people like, Oprah, and you wanna, I know that we love her dearly.
Yes, we do. I'm
you
sorry.
know, and
I
you
don't.
and you want to have the conversation with Wade and the upchuck guy, but I really think that we should have a talk with Tiny Vaughn and about the sexual abuse that she experienced that you decided to do a show on when we already asked you to do our show, A Devil in God's House.
Oh, we're talking
to Oprah
Oh, okay.
about the sexual abuse you endured in the church and by the reverends and the clergy members, again, it's just like Wade and the upchuck guy, and how they looked at Michael as a god. She looked at these clergy members as like, man, these are men of the cloth. These are like God. And didn't realize her abuse too much later. So Oprah, I challenge you to just, come and talk to us about Devil in God's House. And let's maybe do some interviews of real people who have been victims of abuse by, people of the church. I'm just saying.
People of power, because that's exactly
People
what
of
it
power.
is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody, and that's why people don't want to speak out. And it's just because when they do, they already know that there's people of power because they've already taken advantage of us. They've closed our mouth already.
And I remember.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say real quick, I remember when Louis C.K. had the accusations put out on him and how he came out and was saying, honestly, what they're saying is true. But what he said about it kind of opened my eyes in the sense where he said, I was young, I was stupid, and I had to understand that when I am in a position of power, when I ask questions to people like, can I masturbate in front of you? Mm-hmm. Can you come to my room? Can we have sex? When you are a man of power to people and they look up to you, those types of questions become less of a question and more of a proposition. Mm-hmm. And you have to understand, what your influence is and what your power is, and don't take advantage of it, because when you do things like that, you are.
Yeah. I bring this up all the time. I think I've said it to you because where we work, a lot of these dudes, man, they want, one of the goals of them getting these positions is when I get here, I'm going to be able to have all these women.
All the hoes. Yeah.
I'll just be able to just say, you see who I am? Mm-hmm. Oh, come hang out with me. These are nerdy motherfuckers who
That's
never
part
got
of the
pussy.
package that they want.
They never got no girl looking their way in high school.
Mm-hmm.
In college, they were trying. They probably got their heart broken. They were crushing, and nobody looked their way. And then they get this money. If they get one to fuck with them, then they're like, oh, it's over. I got this. So they believe they can act the same way. And they're so...
That is such a good point. That's
They're
true.
so game goofy.
Yeah. Game goofy.
Game goofy. I don't know if y'all know this. So that's a little slang. If you, you don't understand what this game player shit is, trying to talk to women, I'm gonna be honest, there's some... When you're a player and you're trying to holler at chicks, there is some maneuvering about it. You gotta, be smooth with it. You're not always honest. Mm-hmm. But they're so game goofy that they don't know how to do that part.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they get one that way, and they may even get an escort. Mm-hmm. Then they start treating regular women like an escort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they she did it for me. I got this money. I take them here, take them there. They don't get it. And every person that I see, I look at the list of people who get accused of these offenses, and I'm like, 75 to 80% of y'all are these fucking weirdo motherfuckers who couldn't get
if y'all wasn't famous. Yeah.
Y'all would never get it. Y'all just have to get married and just have a life.
Mm-hmm. Right. For sure.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to start talking about our guests and their relationship. We haven't really had, I guess, lesbians on the show yet, which is why this is much more exciting. But one thing that I want to point out is that what stands out to me about them is that all of their experiences, let it be the lesbian experience, it still speaks the same exact across the board as far as what heterosexuals, as far as what gay people, what all of our goals are. All of us just want to be loved. All of us just want to be loved. And I just feel like we share universally the same experiences. So
For sure.
I think I wanted to open it up. Okay. So when we talk, one of the conversations Tiny, Samara, and I used to have, it came up one day where Tiny was like, I don't remember anything else, but I remember you saying, I don't know, like, I used to look in the mirror and I used to like looking in the mirror. And I mean, it's not bad now or anything, but I'm just saying, like, at first I used to be that girl in the mirror with my crop tops. I used to think about what heels I'm going to wear today. I'm about to fuck it up. And you was speaking about, like, at that time in my life, it was because I was looking for somebody and I made these initiatives and all that shit. And she's going to talk on that. But what I found interesting was how she started from this film being, I guess, a regular girl, and who she and who she evolved into.
What's a regular girl?
I know.
I know.
I
and
know.
it's
Right.
I had to because
You right,
motherfuckers do
though.
that shit to me all the
She
time.
was a regular girl, and like the reason I'm going to say when she was a regular girl, and to now that she's a quote unquote stud, and like to me she's not a stud because like I know some studdy like. She doesn't.
I did stud though.
But you did, but
it is a transition that's just so crazy.
It's just that because I know you, I think mine is more biased, and that I think my idea of a stud is the ones that's just trying too hard to be who they are not.
I was
and
there.
You was there.
I'm trying to tell
you was
you.
that was trying to tell
I'm
me that
saying
you
that
was
I-
there,
it's steps
and you
and
got past
levels.
that to get to who you
Yes.
are for real, for
Who I
real.
am.
And
And probably still not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm probably still not there right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being a girl, regular girl, like you call it, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And what we like to call it in the gay world, the lesbian world, is being straight.
being straight. I mean, because side note, like
Wait, that's what
Tiny.
y'all say?
Yeah,
Y'all
like,
don't even know. Tiny
Yeah.
body is
Being
fucking
straight.
sick. Like, and she just like goes around
We're
like
gonna
she
show
don't
pictures
even
later.
know. Like it just goes.
No.
So I can imagine
I
what she
have
was
to-
doing when she was a girly girl.
I have to walk around doing that because I know that I do have a great body, but I also know that again, I thought, and I don't want to go back and jump into the other subject, but I'm just gonna hit this one real quick. The reason why I didn't, change, I changed my body to be covered up and be this type of person is because I thought that me being raped and molested, all this and all that I brought all that to myself because I was dressing sexy. And now we're gonna go to something else.
No,
All right.
I mean
no.
that
Wait,
is-
wait. I'm so glad
that
you
is
said
layered,
because we
okay?
hear that
We can't.
so much, especially. Oh my God!
I just trying to-
Especially
I didn't
in the
hit
black
that. I'm trying to go
community,
back.
because. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, Pussy Pup. It's my nephew, Pussy Pup. He's an amazing young boy.
been the great assistant today.
Yeah, he's 20 years old, but he's still a young boy.
His Jordans are fresh.
Stay on
Yeah,
this.
they're not real.
Oh.
I'm joking.
You
They
put
are,
Pussy
they are.
Pup on blast like that.
I'm the only one that wears fake.
Yeah, wait, no. You look at these
But,
tags.
I know that's
All right, so back to it. Because I was listening to, when you hear black people talk about all this stuff, like I think about R. Kelly more than anything. Like, oh, those girls was fast. Victim
what I thought.
blaming. The girl was wearing a miniskirt. So any girl that wears anything, I'm supposed to just be able to just grab her pussy and shit and just pull her to the side
Right.
and like fuck her.
Especially when
Because
you're
I've
young.
never been that guy. I don't care who it is. Like, yeah, she gonna look at. I may judge.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. That the first thought in my head, depending on what she's wearing, I'm like, oh, she a hoe. I may.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie about that. But I ain't gonna try to rape the motherfucker.
Never go that
It
far.
ain't time to fuck.
But not necessarily rape. But you can get into my brain as you can get into my brain. Not rape. You can get into my brain as old as you are and as young as I am. And I'm walking out this house thinking I'm fly because I'm looking fly for attention. You know what I'm saying? That's why we dressing so sexy and so we're looking for attention. So we don't know what attention we're looking for, like old, young, or nothing. We just know we're looking
it's
for
like a validation.
yeah,
It's
like,
a validation.
like, am I cute? Do I look fine? I walked out the house like this, and
And
then
unfortunately, you only get your validation from external resources.
But to
It's
be
really hard to get
real,
it from
I mean,
yourself.
all right, that thinking right there is, I mean, I think about myself. Like, I just if I wear a certain thing, I want some motherfucking attention too.
I do.
Everybody,
Every
wait,
motherfucking day,
does.
okay?
Everybody
So
does.
listen. So if you let's talk age wise.
Uh-huh.
If you just like your statement just said, you
Yeah.
are let's say you 25 and 30.
Thank
You
you.
walking out the
I'll
door. I
take
know,
that.
right? You walking out the door with that same mentality and thought.
Uh-huh.
And some 14-year-old girl who walked out the door with her mentality and thought of looking good come and say something to you like, "Hey, daddy," or "Ooh, you so cute." What you gonna say to her?
Get your little ass away from me.
That's the perfect thing
And
that you
I
should
have-
say.
and
But
I
guess
have
what
to-
you
Get
guess
your
what you
fat ass
don't
away from
have.
me.
Guess what you don't have. You don't have a lot of guys
I
that's
know.
saying that.
I-
So therefore, that's where it all starts.
It
It
does.
ends for our life, and that's
And
where-
that
If y'all
responsibility.
ever want to listen to, like, it's funny because this brought up so much shit. The R. Kelly shit.
Mm-hmm.
It brought up so much shit, even in my like upbringing. You know, it was a thing where cats were like, "Yo, I got this little 16-year-old, and I'm gonna take her to Denny's, make her feel like, you know, it's just like spending some money, and buy her a purse." This is how my cousins used to talk. Like, look, I love my cousins, and I know they didn't know it was. I know in their heads they didn't think this was wrong because that's just how we were raised. I didn't think it was wrong. Have I dated someone who was younger, who was like underage? Could I have been in trouble? Yes, I was 19, fucking with a 16-year-old, and I did that because I was like, yo, she's young. Like, I ain't gotta put that much effort in. I know that now.
I have a daughter right now. It's my only child.
And she's coming out in a few, y'all.
Yes, and she liking a 19-year-old guy, and she's 15. And the guy,
He'll be 19.
That's right, Ali. I have heard about that, and I forgot to talk to you about
he's
that. but
19, about to be now. So like, just like
I
how
don't like
how
it.
when you're young and you up your age because you up your age. I'm 16 and a half. No, I'm 17. It's just like that. So he's 19, she's 15. You know what I'm saying?
So good.
Is what?
And it's no good. Well, okay. Could he have?
don't know, because
could
I'm
he
not a
have?
guy.
Could that guy have all the like right intentions? Yes, possibly. Cause you know, we all aren't the same. I was trying to fuck. That was it. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to fuck. My cousins was in my. I know. If you ever read my blog, joedays.net, my first or second one, I think. I talk about like why I thought the way I thought, and it was my cousins who were always talking about go get some pussy.
it was your influences.
That was it. It was just your goal is to get pussy. Fuck a girlfriend. Fuck all that. Have you had some pussy yet? And I'm just like, yo, she showed me attention. She's, you know, she's out here. Let's go. And I was trying to fuck. Now, whoever her 19-year-old is, he may really like her. I don't know. But as a parent, y'all need to monitor that for sure.
I mean, well, they're already a step ahead because most of the time this would be happening without the parent
Absolutely,
knowing. And
absolutely.
she's so involved in Ollie's
Man,
life where it's
look,
just
you
like
have
you're
to be.
paranoid, especially after what's
Listen,
happened to you. She's always been completely
Let me tell you,
paranoid to
I
every
know-
fucking breath Ollie takes.
Yo, I know you probably get irritated at times, but man,
Yeah.
I think back, and I love my mama, my mom, my dad. I love them. They were very influential because I had a great foundation. And I do tell my mom though, I'm like, I wish you were a little more invested at times. Like she's old school. She just thought, you know, drop your kid off at school. let
Right.
him go.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing she wanted to make sure I wasn't doing was gangbanging. Because my brother was a gangbanger. My brothers were gangbangers. My cousins were gangbangers. So that was it. But I know that being a little more in touch with what you're doing from day to day could have been very beneficial.
And it's not even for that same thought. It doesn't even just go for kids that may be in danger to fall into the wrong crowd. Like even if your kid is doing really well, also those are the ones who need that type of attention too, because they could be doing really well but very stagnant and have no type of direction.
Doing really well in school.
Yeah, don't have.
Then here comes motherfucking Malcolm.
Here he comes.
Here comes Malcolm with his cool ass.
Yep.
And you like, fuck, I've been looking at Malcolm this whole time. Malcolm's a star football player.
Yep.
Malcolm, he's looking my way. Now Malcolm is taking my virginity.
Yep. And
Now Malcolm is telling me, why you going to go to that college? Like, come with me.
And I have
Now
a
you
beautiful.
go to motherfucking Sac State.
Sac State.
Sacramento State
That's where
with
you
Malcolm
at.
because he wasn't that good of a football player. He was just all right.
He's all right. He got you Sac State.
But you fuck with Malcolm because he was the fucking king at the school.
Yeah.
And he took your virginity. So now y'all at Sac State. You hate it there. And now motherfucking Malcolm is fucking everybody.
Yup.
And you're heartbroken.
Yup.
Now you got to go home. Or you going to stay there or maybe you drop out. Your life changes. You get a fucking regular ass job. And then you don't know what to do. You were about to be a fucking doctor probably
Damn, that
before
is
Malcolm came
quite a
because your
story.
fucking parents weren't there
Yeah.
to tell you and give you some fucking game. Your big brother didn't give you no game.
Your big
Your
brother
daddy didn't give you no game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I seen it, man. I seen my own cousin. This is a boy. This is a boy. He was a good football player. Smart kid. Got a girlfriend. He got his first taste of pussy. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That would corrupt the best.
Let me tell y'all something. I hate when I hear high school kids have sex. I hate it. And I know they're going to do it, but I hate it. No, fuck sex. I hate when they get relationships. My little cousin went from a kid who was about to be like a real value in San Diego football. My cousin Keon. He was really good. And then next thing you know, he gets a girlfriend. He doesn't leave his fucking room. He's around her. She's with him all the fucking time. He's selling weed out of his room. You know, all this shit. He goes from fucking star football player, okay, student to...
I'm sorry, I gotta pee. I can't.
That's cool. Hurry up. So he goes from there to just nothing. He went to... It was no more school. And his mom, not being an effective parent, an active parent, was taking all the bullshit. I will say this about my mama. She wasn't allowing all that shit. She never would. But you have to be active. You have to get it. Even if you don't get it at first, you have to be ready to go actively understand what these kids are going through right now. And it was that felt, I mean, I'm not saying he's done. Like,
That's
you
all
can
we
always
keep
fix
trying to tell her. It's like, we were this age, and I know what was going on during this time at this age. And, you know, so we have to be realistic when we are talking to her
I have a
and
question.
trying to figure out. Yeah.
Okay, lesbian couple, raising a daughter. Do you feel like she's missing out by not having a father?
No, I don't feel like that.
I will always feel like she's missing out by not having a father or father figure around.
Well, because she has men around her,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
I feel like that takes
Fills
it,
that void.
That fills that void.
Okay.
And because again, you know, I have to just pick guys that can be around my child.
And
You
we
what
know
I'm
how
saying?
to choose
Like,
people who are going to definitely keep it real with her.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
I need
like you have been doing today. You are part of fostering her and giving her that man's point of view. So thank you.
Yes, I have witnessed the crucialness of how much they make sure to keep just complete transparency with Ali. And I think it's more crucial because you have two lesbian parents that society can tell you or try to tell you everything about what you are as having lesbian parents, and they made it a point so she can be confident in knowing exactly who you are, who you're coming from, and what you are, and get on these games and know what they all want from you so you can understand. Tiny's ultimate goal is like she needs to get to 18 without being touched. Like that has been, everything has surrounded to that. Like if she can make it to that, you did your job.
I will.
Like-
This is the last question before we actually get to a real deal interview with y'all. 'Cause we got. I mean, it's been great. So, all right, you guys are raising a young lady. Do you think it's easier for you to raise this young lady than it would have been to raise a young man?
No, let me tell
afraid.
you. No, let me say this because let me say that I prayed for a boy.
Did you?
I did. I prayed for a boy. First of all, I was like the whole walking to get this baby inside my stomach.
Oh no!
Oh, right.
Don't talk
I'm
too
not.
much yet.
I'm not.
No,
but
no.
I prayed for a baby boy, and it wasn't. There we go. And then all I
The
thought
fact
when it
that
was
you're the one that had to.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms, y'all.
and I was sad that it wasn't a boy, 'cause
And
I
it's
just
so
knew-
crazy because I don't see any other dynamic working with y'all.
Well, I'm telling you, I felt like if it was a boy, he could have been a hardcore boy. He could have been a gay boy. It didn't matter. But I knew what he couldn't have done was got pregnant.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at any time, just for
That is
you
why
know,
a lot of men want boys.
Yeah.
That is
you
the
know,
main reason.
Like I can possibly get. I was already on the mission of nobody's touching my baby. Period. Anyway, so I was like, oh, that's perfect in the world. But then it was like, girl, you gonna have a girl, and now she gonna be pregnant, and the boys gonna do what they did to me, or it's just not right.
It's funny that you say that because that's one of the main things that come out. And I've never even been like really exposed to sexual abuse and all that and molestation. Like I mean, my family, my cousins. You gotta understand when I say my cousins. My mama had 12 brothers and sisters, and then also the second cousins and third cousins and fourth.
Right.
We are very close. Like if you go to my Instagram page, the cousins that I'm closest to are like my fourth cousins. Like we're a very close family. So I've never been like truly like exposed to like sexual abuse and all that, like directly, like, you know what I mean? But in my head, all I think about when I have a baby, like, I don't know if I'm gonna let you, whoever you are, hold my baby or watch my kid, or
Right.
is my
Michael
kid
Jackson
gonna
do
go
that?
to, huh?
Michael Jackson, you wasn't gonna let him do that?
Oh, you know I wasn't gonna let Michael Jackson
But
do
he
that
didn't
shit.
do nothing.
But I said he looked like a horrible babysitter too.
he had help. He
I
had
didn't,
help.
but
And
the
he
other
had
and
help.
but the other
And
thing
he
I
had a
said,
choo-choo
but
train.
the other thing I did say was he was a fucking weirdo. I don't
Yeah.
fuck with like as
I know that about
DeOtis
y'all.
knows me. I
He-
don't fuck with weirdos. If you seem weird at all, I don't even talk to you. I give you the coldest shoulder. I don't know how to
You
do
don't
that.
know, you don't like unexpected. You don't
No,
like
it's
just
damn. This is why you my
something-
dog.
just-
That's why you
yeah.
my dog, because you know me. I don't
need
like.
understanding in your
I need to
surroundings.
know who you are, what
Right.
you about. I don't deal with. I was about to say
Sporadic
something.
behavior.
I don't like sporadic shit.
Yeah.
Whatever comes with that. So I'm thinking, and also, lesbian couple raising a boy. I would think it was very important because I look at my nephew. He grew up without my brother. My brother passed away before he was 2 years old, I believe. You were 3? Okay. So he didn't really get to experience, my brother in his life. He remembers little stuff, but just kind of like passing type of things, And he had me, he had my dad, but he had me at a very young age who was like stupid. And I loved him, and I was a disciplinarian, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing either because I would be extra disciplinary. Like I was the one who his mama would call to like whoop him, and I hated it. Like she, he said me too. Like I hated it because I just wanted to be like the one he could talk to.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to be the one he could like have a conversation with, and now we're at that point and I've told him like I went through a little program, and I was like, yo, I came back thinking I want a better relationship with my nephew because I just want him to be open with me and just know like, yeah, I'm gonna talk shit if you don't clean up, if you don't do this and that, but I'm your dog, like fuck with me.
You need that outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're good. I feel like we're at that point. I hope so. You feel like we're at that point? You could really talk to me and chop it up? Like, he acts too cool for school, but I hope. Like, y'all don't understand. My nephew doesn't know this, and I probably should have told him. Like, I want my nephew with me. Like, when I think about all the shit I'm going to do, all the shit I'm trying to do, I really want my nephew right there.
Yeah.
Like, if I move out the fucking country, I want my nephew right there. And I bring all this up because, that's a boy who needs a man in his life.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We talk about shit. We talk
old are you?
like when he,
Ooh, okay.
when I sit here and talk to girls or talk about women, and he'll say bitch and shit, like he'll say all this. I'm like, yo, don't say it like that, bro. Like, and even though I was raised like that, not by my parents, but my big cousins who were like my big brothers. They would talk to women like that. I just knew it wasn't right. So I'm this motherfucker over here. Look at this shit. He is taking a fucking video of his waves. Oh my God. But I say I'm just thinking about like that, like coming up like that. I just wanted him to know what being a man is, or And there is no one way to be a fucking man.
Right.
But I just want him to be an honest person more than anything. And if he does get an experience of what a man is, I want him to be honest, and true, and respectful. Like, he's seen me be a piece of shit at times, and I'm gonna tell him what the real is. Like, yeah, I fuck up all the time. That's what human being shit.
Don't follow, watch.
No, yeah. Never follow. Always pay attention though. And then you figure it out from there.
Yeah, I think God gave y'all exactly what y'all was supposed to have. Cause I can't imagine that dynamic. I feel like,
how would y'all feel? What would you think would be different if you had to raise a boy?
I feel like Tiny would have been extra in trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplinary.
Disciplining.
In the
Disciplinary.
Because boys get to that point where they want to poke their chest out type of thing, and you're going to read on what that is, and you're going to make it your duty to be like.
No, I know. I was like that with him. Like, it would be like, what's up, homie? Like, I'd be like ready to punch him and shit when he was a kid.
Y'all two tiny women.
And punch him in the chest. And my nephew needed love more than all that. And I love you. Y'all don't know. Like, if this little motherfucker, if you, like, people have an idea about my nephew, even his grandmother, not my mom, but his other grandma, they don't know who he is. I know this is a good fucking dude.
Yeah.
Not a kid, he's a grown man. I know he's like a solid motherfucker. I know he is. And it's because, like, I didn't hold back. Like, I mean, I did my dumb shit at first, trying to make him tough and all that. Then I just had real conversation. Like, yo, I don't get every girl I want.
That's all
I'm not the rapper. You know, the rapper who gets every girl. In rap. I don't get every girl I want. But you seen, I get them. But you know, I wanted more. Have I been?
Always wanted more.
Have I been amazing in the bed every time?
No.
Nope.
You win some, you lose some. All right.
Absolutely.
That's the name of the
and
game.
I have to be
real.
real.
With the real game.
And I have to tell my nephew that, like, fuck all that. You're going to be quick sometimes. You're going to be in and out that motherfucker.
And sometimes you ain't.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes you're going to be you're going to wear that championship
Hercules.
belt.
Yeah.
You're going to stand over like Ric
WWE.
Flair.
Woo! All of that.
But I had to give him all that instead of just the positives, just the Instagram dope shit.
Which is very damaging in this type of society now where everybody's comparing to these fake situations
He's
that's
a
not
real
really
one.
happening.
He's stupid as fuck. I love him though.
Well, he's 20.
He's a little dumb fucker, but I fuck with him. He says some smart shit once in a while, and I really want him to just go to school. Like, I don't put school on everybody, but he's a smart. He's a brainy guy. Me, I'm a brainy guy, but I'd rather use my hands.
You hands on.
Yeah. He's a brainy guy. Let's go to school. And I plan on actually putting some money to that if he has to put in the effort first. I'm not about to waste no motherfucking money on no motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta put in the work first.
Tiny.
That shit happens. I'm sorry.
Yes, you decided to hold your baby because why? You said that you really wanted a baby and that you decided that no matter at what cost, I am going to have this baby and I'm going to carry it. And of course, everybody finds that more bizarre because Tiny is like the stud. But all
right, I know that. But can we go back?
Further back. What are we talking about?
Yeah, let's go. I love the origin. I love like the background, like where you from, like what's going on. I want to build up.
Okay.
Like what happened?
And I'm gonna try to make it quick.
Yeah.
All right. So, you go.
I'm gonna pee with the door open.
All right. He gonna pee with the door open. So we're gonna listen to them hands getting washed, cause you know how guys are.
I don't even use hands.
Yeah.
Hey, look at it.
That explains all the piss on the
So
carpet.
what I want to see then is you unzipping and it's coming out on its own. Okay, I'm sorry. See, this is not us. Okay, I'm sorry. If it was us, we'd be on it. All right. So basically, I'm from Chicago, and I have been outly gay since I've been 19. I knew I wanted a baby when I was 15 after losing a baby at 14, which was not a great thing to do, not a great thing to have, but I bless God for not for what happened and allowing me to continue to go forward with life.
Was that miscarriage a baby that was
It
done?
wasn't a miscarriage. I actually had the baby. The baby's lungs wasn't all the way developed.
Wow.
So he actually cried for like 15 seconds, and then he was gone. And because I was so young, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, what? And it was just like my mom didn't even want me to have the baby. But
So you held that baby full time?
I held the baby for 5.5 months.
5.5 months. And was the baby conceived out of a mutual relationship, or was it someone who was molesting you?
Well, the crazy part was that I'm really not for sure, because the church man who was molesting me at the time, I was having sex with him, and I was having sex with my boyfriend who I was in love with for the time I was 14 and he was 19. So he was a little older than I was. So I was having sex with both of them. They did not know. And I didn't know what to do because I wasn't supposed to even have sex with this church man, but he the one who pushed himself on me, and it was something that was happening that wasn't supposed to be happening. So when
you don't know who the baby was conceived by.
And so when the baby did not happen, that's what all I could think about was thank you. I didn't even know how to question. I don't even know where this story was gonna go.
Right.
So in my head, I can just say
that happened.
it happened.
Yeah. And so that's when you knew that you wanted to have a baby after losing your first baby.
After losing my first baby, I said I knew I wanted to have a baby at a certain age. And I named that age. I said 25. And as I was going through college life, I knew that I wanted to have a baby. So I was doing some soul searching. Okay, while I was in college, I'm fucking. Are we cursing?
Yes, we're cursing.
Just checking. Try not to do too much of it. Yes, but I've been drinking. And so I was in college, and I'm having sex with this one guy who I was in school with for the period of time, and all I was thinking about being with him was I wanted to have a baby. And my mom at the time was rooting me on, telling me what to do, put holes in a condom, put holes in the condom, put your legs up, like, get it good, like, you know what I'm saying? And, things like that, just all these little things that I was doing, trying to make it happen, and it never happened. And now that I'm older, I realize that the way sperm happens with women's bodies is that it just matches. It matches. You can have sex with the same person for a whole long time, and it won't happen. And you can have sex with somebody else that one time, and now you're pregnant.
No, it actually is a real science that genetically some men and women are just not chemically able to have a baby together. Yeah.
So that happened, and I was in school. So I got out of school. We wasn't together anymore. And we was together, but me and him decided to have a threesome. Wrong move on his part, because I was already doing little things when I was younger, but this just made it happy.
What do you mean by doing little things?
I had sex with this one little girl that was coming over to our house a lot of times, and I had sex with my person that was living down the street. I the one who initiated it all because of what happened to me at the age of 6. So I felt like I can be in a little control. I can be in control. I can show these people what I learned. You know what I'm saying?
Because what I have figured out seems to be that a lot of people that has been molested at younger ages, they introduce the sex to them early, and so they are voyaging on that escapade a lot sooner than anybody else.
Yep.
And so by the time they're adults, they're either advanced, or they're even stuck in the mindset of being attracted to those young folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
And so then I decided to, have this threesome with the guy, and I enjoyed myself with her. And then I realized that he's a little older than me, which that's what I was into, because, again, I started off with them molesting me at the old age. So I guess that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah. Old men, old me. I don't know. So then...
Old man, young you.
Old man, young me. I don't know. Yeah. So then I realized that I wanted to date women, because I saw that when I was with this girl in this threesome, I had a lot of control over her. You know what I'm saying?
That the control that you couldn't have with the guy.
With the guy.
And not because he was controlling, but mostly because it was just like, I'm a female, he's a man, just like that dynamic.
Yeah, and I didn't never have that, with the girls. It was just, I felt like I was just teaching them little girls something. But, now it was like, oh, we are kind of the same age, and now I'm telling you what we're doing.
Experienced as I am.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
All right, but what about the attraction, though?
The attraction with her?
With either one.
Well, I was already attracted to him, but I think the attraction was leaving with him at that very same moment when the attraction clicked with her, because I felt like now I don't have to do something that I've been having to do for a long time. Like, I've been having to have sex with these guys for a long time, playing this role that I really didn't want to play, but I didn't know what other role to play, and I knew that this threesome thing was a fun thing. Like, it was really cool. Like, I can have a threesome. Like, nobody's judging this threesome. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was leaving. And when we finished the threesome that night, I truly told him, I think that I like girls. And he was like, for real? And I was like, yeah, I just liked it. And then from that point on, in college, my last 2 years, I was seeking girls and finding girls and being online and having girlfriends.
But
Being
not
online on what though?
Being on Black Planet. I was on Black Planet. I had 5 girlfriends off of Black Planet. I had girls
Because at this point, you still don't know what type of girl you're attracted to.
I
yet.
do not.
You
I
just
don't know.
that
I
I'm
just
gonna
know
try
that
girls.
if you like me, I like you. This is I did like.
I think that's a true phase that most people go through. Actually, it's just like the attention.
Yeah, it's like I'm like,
No,
what's up?
no.
Okay, but then I did.
I had to look at my nephew like, no,
We DeOtis, we doing this podcast. I'm sorry, y'all.
because it's like the women that like me in high school, most of them, there was no way. So just saying,
the women liked you.
the women that like me,
Then you weren't going.
I was like, oh no, baby.
But see, that's what I'm saying. And then you probably was a pretty boy who felt like.
Now I was fat, but I was still cute. But I was fat.
Did you think he was cute?
I thought I was fat. I thought I was
And
too
see, I was fat and didn't know I was cute.
You know
So
what I'm saying? So that's a
I
difference.
mean, I was
in
like,
itself.
you know what's funny? The funniest shit is I knew I was a handsome dude when this fucking weird ass dude,
morning.
and if you find him on Instagram his name was Pimpin' Silky.
oh my god,
We went to high school together. This dude Omar, I never forget it. He was like, "Man, shut up, you old pretty boy, Fat Albert." I was like, "This dude thinks
You think
I'm
I'm
cute.
pretty?
This dude thinks I'm cute."
Cute.
Like,
No, I
I was like,
know.
"Here's a pretty boy on there." I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker thinks I'm cute." All right, well, I guess I should get a couple bitches.
let's get this rolling.
I had like a couple.
So I don't know. So that's just where that's what it was. I was just I started being into girls and realizing that they was liking me, so it didn't matter. And I was dating big girls.
Right? How did you figure out the type of girl that you actually was attracted to?
I'm telling you, it went.
Or were you attracted to all of them? Really?
I was attracted to all of them because they was attracted to me. Right. And when I look back now at what I have, when I look back at what I have,
Hello.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I realized that I did not have one, and I do now. And if this
type, you didn't have a type
I did not
before,
have a
and
type,
that you now
and now
do.
I do.
Well,
and this is not gonna. And I feel like if this ends, which it'll never end, that means that I don't have nothing because truly and for truly is like I'm not gonna find like
Truly
that little truly and for truly.
Oh, okay.
What you thought I said? You know how I make it worse? You know, I'm in this one. You know, so I mean,
you made it a
She
point.
makes
I
it
remember over the years, you used to always say, of course, you can be attracted to somebody, you can like somebody, but at the end of the day, it needs to make sense. Like you need to look good together.
You need to look good together.
And-
And I'm gonna tell you, when my first relationship, the girl was 346 pounds.
Damn.
And if it wasn't 346, it was 352 pounds.
Damn.
Okay, I'm just saying, and I'm not lying. I'm not lying and exaggerating about the number. I am not lying and exaggerating about it.
I'm just not about all that work. That's a lot of like unfolding.
But listen. Yes, it is. And what I'm gonna tell, and the smelling, and what
and the smelling.
and what I just didn't
Waterfall.
understand is that big women need love, and they came after me, and that's who was attracted to me. So that's what I was attracted to. You if you are attracted to me, and it was truly big women. Like I had a couple little small women. Like a little couple of small women, but they wasn't to be held to be forever girlfriends, because they was with problems. They thought they was cute. They thought they was ready to move on. You know what I'm saying? But the big girls want to stay at home and cook for you, and they want to hold you and
take
rock
care
you.
of you.
I was being rocked.
So,
So one day, this big girl I was with. Now she wasn't even big. She was a thick girl,
She was big and taller.
she was thick and taller. And I wanted a baby. Now I told y'all that I didn't want a baby at the age of 25, and I said that I was not with her when I was 25.
Right.
And
Well, yes, you were. We got together.
right, we The time we got together, but it didn't matter because at the age of 24, I was making this happen with this girl I was with, you know, and I loved her. The girl I was with, I loved her, but she loved me, and I loved her, and I told her that I wanted a baby, but she was like, no, I just love you. And we just now getting together. But I'm like, no, we've been together for 4 years. She was like, no, you cheated on me for 2 of them. And so now this is the next 2. Right. So this next 2 that we together.
It's the real
right. This is the real 2. We should be working this out. And I was like, no, I said 25. So at the age of 25, she said, I can find you somebody. And I wrote this. I met this guy who looks like skin like this, but he is 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Not you. You know, your sperm working. I know some people that need some sperm. They'll sign a piece of paper. They can do it.
They'll probably pay
Let me
you.
tell you.
Listen. If I give you my kid, I need mine.
See, there you
I
go.
know.
I'm a real. I want to be a
has
real.
no
See, ain't
kids
nobody
right now.
asking you to be a real father. We asking for to be a
that.
real sperm. Is your sperm real?
You never wanted to have a test kid,
You,
see how one would look.
oh, see?
Nah, because I'll be pissed if that motherfucker's successful as fuck. I'll be like, God damn, that's my motherfucking child.
It's okay though. Then you know later on that child still gonna want to see you. Okay. So I knew.
I tell him like the shit started on this podcast I was doing.
Our origins.
You know,
Right.
she don't want no kids. Okay, but that's another one. So I said that I want to have a child, and the dude said, I mean, I did it a couple of times, y'all. I fucked around. I fucked around a couple of times. I'm outside in the street. Ooh, how you say you is 23? If you was 23, I'd be like, oh man, he's short though. I'm looking for tall. My man, because I'm short.
You trying to genetically
genetically
create this baby right
My
now.
nephew is short though.
I was trying to make sure my baby was at least in some height level because I didn't want her to be short. I
'Cause
wanted
she's
her
so
to
short,
have
right.
some options in the world. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and Ali is tall. No, actually, she's not tall. She's
not
just
tall.
tall when
She's-
she stands next to y'all.
Right, but she's
Right.
right at a nice little elbow level.
She's
you
the
know?
average woman.
Yeah, but I wanted her to be 5'6" and above. It's like maybe if she
not
wanted,
5'6"?
No, she's 5'4". I like messed
Ali,
up.
you 5'4"?
Like I'm telling her, I'm trying to stretch her.
Go stand next to Kim.
Oh wow,
Like I'm trying to stretch her. Kim, how tall are you?
5'9".
So you 5. Now see, that's what I'm talking about. That's that height. Look, girl, walk away from her. you
Dang,
ain't
Ali,
even
I
there,
always
girl.
think you're so much taller.
Okay,
Just that y'all
so-
so short.
I was looking for candidates at first, you know, to the, like looking wise, like, oh, he look good, he tall, he this, and then when the person I was with, she was like, well, I know this guy who said yes, and so me and this guy actually wrote a contract, signed a contract that said that I would not ask for anything, you know, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want anything but your sperm, and he said yes. We did it one time, and then when I say we did it, we did not do it. We didn't do it. I told him, you get yourself ready, and
Crank
when
it.
you are ready,
Throw it on in there.
no, I'm gonna jump right on top, and you bet not move.
You better not thrust a
You
bit.
better not do no such a
better
rope. You better not.
I don't want to see.
I don't want to see you do
Not
nothing.
no pelvis.
And he respected me.
Yeah.
And he's laid there and he did that. And I'm telling y'all, after 2 days, I went and got the test because I was thirsty. I already had the test in the house because I had like 7 or 8 of them because I was serious. Was pregnant.
And I remember you saying that you picked him too because he already had a bunch
He
of
had
kids,
a bunch
so
of
you
kids.
knew he was fertile.
Yes, he
Yeah.
had like, so she got sisters. And, you know, when she met him.
And I always think that's so interesting too because
Can't wait to talk to her.
Oh, we will. I definitely want kids myself, and I've always thought like, what way am I gonna go about it? Do I want to go through the in vitro, the long, like that is a very expensive process for one, and for two, I feel like I can just nut at a girl for free. You know what I mean? And
You
it's
gotta
just
talk
like
to the girls, but
you gotta
see,
talk to her, but it's just like to
there's-
have a woman hold my baby, all of that shit. It's
But,
just like
but it's so crazy that you say that because there are a lot of women, especially crazy women, and not just women. There are a lot of women that need sperm, need sperm, but they don't know how guys are speaking or thinking, so they're not gonna speak to you and think and talk to you. So and then some of them do want the father to be in their life, So them saying that, like, it's so many that your eyes are closed. Your sperm is useful.
I know it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's so
potent.
How you know your shit's popping?
your shit
Because
potent.
I've had
Oh,
someone
you did
pregnant
get that girl
before,
pregnant.
and I did.
Shit.
Is yours potent?
Also,
I doubt it actually now because I ain't pulled
you
out
got
in so long.
you gotten so
He just said I ain't pulled out.
because maybe man, you like 37 now, right?
Yo, you ain't got to put my age on.
But I'm
there.
saying though, you're a black 37-year-old man that's been fucking all goddamn years. You try to get your
have.
check self out. 'Cause,
I have.
I mean,
You know,
goddamn,
it is what it is,
You're
you
supposed to
know.
have some mistakes by now.
Shit.
Shit, I don't know
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on.
Shit, I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You want some kids too?
Of course, dude. I would be
I
an
want you to have some
amazing
kids.
father. I would be an amazing father.
think you'll be
can't wait.
okay.
I would. You
All
piece
you
of
wanna do is
shit.
play with the kids.
Let me tell you something. Nah, you don't understand. Like, I got lessons to
gotta
give
talk
them.
to these
I got
kids. You do.
lessons to give them.
Yeah.
I went to some really good schools. I got teaching.
You had a father yourself. That helps.
Yeah, my dad.
you
You know what I mean? My dad. Like, I love my dad. But I see some shit I would do differently.
Of course,
for sure.
and that's what he's supposed to
That's what
taught
we all
you.
do.
Things you would do different.
Absolutely.
You don't
Yeah.
have to be
Absolutely.
the same person
But
that
you
your
know,
parents are.
I just know I do want. And my mom wants me to have a kid. Like I do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a kid for my mom more than anything.
Right,
Like,
right,
I know
right.
my dad
Yeah.
would be an amazing grandfather,
Mhm.
but my dad has grandkids.
Yeah,
Now, my mom loves her grandkids, but they are not biologically her grandkids.
right,
She's a step grandma.
right, right.
Like she loves, like that's who she is. But I'm her boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my mom's only son. I'm my mom's only son, so
Yeah,
you know, she's waiting.
she's waiting on it.
And I'm telling her, I'm like, Mama,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't pulled out yet.
That's what my mom told me when I told her I was gay. I was like, "Are you sure you're not disappointed anyway? Like, you can be honest." She said, "You know, D, honestly, I always known you were gay. However, it's a little hurtful because I felt like I gave you all my good genes, and I was hoping that make sure."
I
you was
hope
gonna
I
reciprocate
hope
that.
your brother did.
He's not gonna hear that.
Make a baby then.
I
Dion.
know.
If she wasn't so scared, it would
You want me
already
to
happen.
carry
I mean,
it?
gay-
Actually, me and Samara talked about this years ago.
D's not
and-
really
Carry
gay
it
though.
for you.
Who's not really
I'll
gay?
do it.
Look at her, she said, "I'll do it."
I mean,
I'll
but
do it.
but
You'll
D
do it.
but D is
You
not.
understand how fucking? Oh my god!
D-
Wait, we're discussing having a baby for real.
Right on.
For real?
I will do it.
We talked about this before.
We talked
Would
about
you
it
really
before.
do it?
I would do it.
Let me tell you
Then
what.
just
let me
do
tell
it.
you what the
No,
only-
you're not ready
Let me
though.
tell you what
You're
the
not
only
ready.
scary-
You're not ready.
The only scary part that it was for her was the having the birth, the baby actually coming out of her coochie.
That'd be scary for me too.
But
Shit.
that's the only part. Every other part, getting pregnant, the eating the food, the being sick, all that little shit, all that ain't nothing. When it comes down to we are about to go into this hospital
Yeah.
and they about to
That's where
open
I'm
my
gonna have
legs
a
up.
That's good. That's pain.
That's the hard.
But
That's the
that's
part
okay.
that she
But
loses
I'll
her
do
mind
it
at.
for you, though,
We
'cause
could
you're
not
my
pass.
homie.
We could not
I
pass
swear.
that
Oh
up.
I
So
swear I do.
my
So you
girl,
let me know.
hey, and that's gonna be a good little show for my show because my girl finna have a baby.
So let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
have
do
a
But
this.
sister.
I'm just
Okay, so-
okay.
And then that would
I just
feel
know
great.
D. I just don't think D is
You know
ready
my
right now.
friend
I give him.
passed away.
I give
How do you
D.
make yourself ready? Because guess what? I
No.
How you make yourself ready?
He ain't ready. I know. I know D.
How do you make yourself
So how
ready?
you think I'm not ready?
I mean, he's very selfish right now. Not in a negative way, but it is about him. You know, he ain't ready.
It's about me because there's nothing else to take my attention.
So you believe you're ready?
I know that I would be one of the best fathers I've ever known.
Absolutely. But do you think you're
And
ready?
I think
Do you think you want to do this right now
No.
in your career and
I
all this
think
shit?
the thing. Okay,
The
this-
first thing, just know. The first thing he said was no.
No,
started
there are
up here
stipulations.
in
This to be the part of it. I understand, like I am very committed to my career right now. However, I think a baby is bigger than anything else, and
Absolutely.
I
Okay.
do feel that.
Where do you stay?
Where do I stay?
Do
In
you
Sherman
think?
Oaks.
Do you think the baby would be? You having a baby would be where you stay would be the best place to have the baby.
No, but if we talking about
I'm
having
just
it
saying
with
it's
Samara,
a lot of shit. Yes, but
what's the
so
question?
y'all gonna co-parent?
It'd be a co-parent thing.
So it's gonna be.
This would be a different
didn't know.
situation than me having it with a
I
random
didn't-
girl.
That's what I was just about to say.
So I
This
did
is-
not know that y'all would. I thought she was just gonna have the baby for you.
I'm in her face so much anyway.
Okay, but
It's
what
like-
if? But what if? So if
And
you
Samara
do,
make-
but I'm
oh my
just
God.
saying, if y'all, I'm not questioning.
Of course
you.
not, right.
I'm just saying. So now, from now on, there's no longer just you.
right.
There's not even you and you.
Mm-hmm.
It's you and you
And you.
and you
Mm-hmm.
to figure out what y'all gonna do. If you want to make a move, they got to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to make a move, they got to talk to you about
Right,
making a
and
move.
that's
Are
true.
you ready for that?
I think I will. Yeah, because I
You
feel like
ain't
I
ready for that shit, bro.
because
That motherfucker ain't ready for that shit.
And the only reason why he's saying that-
on my mama, he not ready for that.
the only reason he's
They
saying that is
say
because I am a committed person to whatever I put my heart to. So right now I'm committed to my acting career. And
No,
so
I'm not even saying it like
if it's
that.
a kid
I'm
that's on
not-
the table,
I promise you I'm
then
not
I know
even-
how to switch my lanes.
I promise you, I'm
and
not even
include
thinking like
anything I
that.
need to do.
I'm not even thinking about that part. I'm just thinking about like human being wise. Like, I don't think you're ready for that kind. Because I know you're like, I just want to do this. You're not ready.
But there's not a baby here for you to
I
know that.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Because you know what I want to do? We want to do a lot of things. And let me tell you, to be honest to God, the truth is we want to do so much stuff.
Yeah.
And we got 2 more years to go. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? You were planning on doing this a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed
No. But he's not.
No,
he wasn't.
I have been planning.
No, not like her. She said, at this age, I'm having a motherfucking baby.
Let me tell you,
and she's like,
let me tell you how hard it is and how different it is from a guy and a girl, and a gay guy and a gay girl. From a gay girl, for me, you wouldn't even know I was gay. How many guys I didn't fuck that didn't even know that I was gay? How many guys that didn't even know that I was gay, and I tricked their asses and put holes in fucking condom, or we didn't do it with the condom. I have to be like this, please, Lord, don't let him have nothing. He look like he don't have AIDS. Let's get it like that, and then you know pushing you out the house and me putting my legs up because I was trying to have a baby, and me not telling you that I was having a baby. You know what I mean? It's easier for women to do something sneaky like that versus a guy, a gay guy. Now, you know what I'm saying? To go and put his dick into a pussy and it gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly, I don't understand
So they have to plan. He has to plan it the right way. So when he planned it and said, "Yeah, I do want to have a baby,"
But he's not planning right now. He's just saying, I can do it if it happens.
Because if I did do it, I would plan for it.
yeah, but he planned it before. We talked about it
So
enough,
okay,
but he
so
don't-
you think you're ready right now?
I can be ready right now. Yes, that is my
Look,
answer.
I'm not questioning the fact that if a baby happened, you would do what you got to do.
The thing is that
Because you're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to.
Like,
that's the
you're
fact. And I'm
forced
like,
to it.
there is no ever
But
a moment
do-
that someone is ready.
No,
never.
that's not true.
And it's
that's
like,
not true. I'll give you an example. My parents, they were ready. My mom was 32, 33, something like that. 32, I believe. My daddy was 38. Ready. I was a planned baby.
he's a planned baby. Yeah.
Everything they did after having me was a fucking plan.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take it, because they knew what school they were gonna put me in.
Mm-hmm.
They looked at what from the preschool, from daycare. They was like, okay, my auntie's good. She's quality. She knows how to raise kids. All right, preschool. There's a preschool near. There's elementary school. They planned this shit like to a T, basically.
And my thing is that once there's a situation that's new to the variable, then my focus will shift on what is needed for that. Because outside of a baby, there's been multiple things that I had to do differently because of the random shit that's happened in my life. And a baby would not be anything different than what I'm able to put my mind to.
Oh no! A baby is gonna be
I understand. Listen,
no, I believe you can be. I believe you can be a father.
it's just that if I was to wait
that
to
is
when I'm
not-
ready, I would never have one.
Because you'll be waiting.
Because I'll be waiting forever. To that idea
don't
of
know.
what is ready, I would never have one.
Okay, I can't speak to that because I'm not you. But I'm just saying, like, I will say, give yourself 2 to 3 more years while you're trying to, get through this.
I feel like that's the default that's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to wait. Yeah, but
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I
I'm just
don't
saying
want him to be
personally,
me.
just knowing who you are, seeing what you do, I would say give yourself a little more. Give yourself 2 or 3 years to, really get the job that you want, or fuck a job, get the career that you want,
yeah.
and be on that plane, because when it happens, everything happens really, really fast.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I don't even have a fucking kid, but I've seen it.
So let me say that I did not have a job. I knew that I wanted a baby at 25. It was a age thing. It was a number thing. It was a time thing. So when I got pregnant, I was pregnant. I did not have the job or career that I wanted. I knew that it was a time thing. Like if I let time go past, it was going to go past. It was going to keep going past. And I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole thing. It was 25. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm doing it.
Yes, me too.
That's kind of how it is. It's like, so I was doing that. And it so happened that it happened.
And then she
Like,
met me, so I think that the stars were in line.
yes, because then literally 3 months later,
That's right.
3 months later, I
After
met
she-
her, because the girl who I was with did not want to have the baby like that. She
Y'all
wanted
broke
to,
up because of the baby?
we broke up because I knew in my heart, one, that we didn't look right together.
All right.
Okay.
Yo, I will, so can I say I do disagree?
Not like that though. Hold on, y'all. Not like that, y'all. Not like that. Not look right. I'm just saying, you got somebody. You know, you gonna date a midget?
Look, you know I'm scared of midgets.
See, I don't even know that about you. But I'm just
No,
simply,
I was looking at my nephew. I'm scared of midgets.
so I'm just simply saying that those looks to me, not to nobody else, because everybody had their own preference, but to me, these girls that I've been dating never had the same matchup. The look.
And that matters to me too, because even when I date a guy, I feel like it's vanity for me, but I do need to feel confident in the person that I'm introducing to. So like I've dated.
Keep talking.
I dated someone.
My food that I'm about to get with in a minute because I'm hungry as fuck. My stomach is growling. But keep talking, y'all. Sorry.
So, you know, I've dated people who I was into, and then I was like, damn, I can't get over how little or how short they
Oh,
are.
I remember that one guy.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, this is the, and Tiny brought it made me think about it, like, I just can't get over how much we just don't look good together.
Yeah, just walk down the street. Y'all walk down the street. And when
that
you walk down the street,
affected
that's
me.
how you know.
Yeah, and it affected my attractiveness to him, you know? So it's like, foundationally, I need somebody who I
So
feel
I
like
knew,
I look good with.
I knew, and she was thicker than me, and we had got into we got into this altercation that led it to be where
She beat you up?
she didn't beat me because
Almost.
she didn't even beat me because she wasn't trying to beat me, but I was trying to do things that I had never done before, which
And
put.
you were like, this motherfucking offensive lineman is not moving.
Have you ever had somebody sit on you when you try to get up? Oh.
Yeah, I actually have.
How you felt about yourself?
Helpless.
You felt bad when you got up, though,
Horrible.
wasn't you? You felt horrible. When you finally got up, how you felt?
I felt like, damn, this bitch is gonna kill me.
Helpless.
Could kill me. Feel me?
Kill
So,
me. That's the-
so I was.
Sheena used to sit on me.
See,
What happened?
Sheena used to sit on me.
Oh, your sister.
see,
Oh,
that's
my.
and that's not
that's
cool.
horrible.
So I knew that
Sorry.
I felt like I didn't want that, and I needed something different.
More
I needed
power.
Yeah, I needed more power, and not even more power, but equal power.
Yeah.
That was really what it was
we
about.
can fight. We can straight
Yeah,
box
we can
if
box.
need
She might
be.
get me, but you know what? She gonna have to catch me because what I can do is
honestly, I really want to know this. Who got better hands?
I don't know. We've never touched. We've never.
Oh,
I've never
I
had
got
to
gloves. I'm just kidding.
We've never had to
never
fight,
had to fight.
and I've never want to even do it because I don't.
I beat my nephew up once a month.
Great.
I beat your ass.
That's what boys do.
Keep them remembering.
Just
like I-
right, and
Just
then
so we know I
and
got
then
him.
and then he's never give my battery charger, Ollie. You can
She
put that
slapped
on the
my
corner,
arm once.
right on the corner. Yeah, I slapped your arm.
I beat up his daddy too, so he can't trip. Like I beat up his
I
daddy
never
when I was like
touched you.
18.
You did too. You slapped my arm.
I beat him up. He was like, he's like
And I
so
was
little.
wet in the shower. And
About him, I said me. Like,
I'll beat your ass.
I was like, ow.
She said I was put it.
on
why you hit
the
me?
hood, I'll beat your ass.
like, and like throwing hands.
How we fighting on camera? Look at this.
Wait. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Wait.
fighting on
So
camera?
you're saying I can't beat you up with hands?
Nah, bro. You
Oh, fuck you up.
See, that's how dudes
We do
do.
this shit live.
Let me tell
right
you,
now.
nephew, right now,
I'll beat your ass.
Joe is in his most physical inept right now. Like he has that grown man
I'm
strength.
still kicking him in his knees if it get real bad.
Dude.
I mean,
See, this is the thing. He thinks little shit like that, but I still kick better than him. I still punch harder than him. And I'm even quicker than his little ass.
Stop. Like that.
Oh, no, but I'm saying I'll still beat your ass.
No, but you gonna get tired and I'm
I'm never going to get tired of beating your ass.
I
I can still run.
Is that what dudes do?
I will beat the fuck out of him.
Like, you
I don't
so
know.
thirsty for it?
I'm thirsty for beating his
beating
ass
his
right
ass.
now. Hey, I'm going to fuck you up.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like this.
So
so
Get the glove.
leading up to when you actually met Samara though, because after so now you broken up with the previous girlfriend because you felt like this just wasn't an equal match. This is also at the same time where you're deciding to have Ollie.
no, I had Ollie.
You had Ollie already.
Ollie is 3 months old.
She's 3 months old at this point.
And then
Yeah,
that's
the
why,
club.
and the girl, I'm at the club. The girl, the fight. Ollie was in the other room, and I felt very unsafe with with my child in the room.
You was a mother now. It makes you
Yes,
have a
I
whole
was
different,
a whole different
yeah.
look. Like no, my mother, like I'm a mother. You don't even care about my child that's in the room.
Yeah.
Like no. So her stuff was packed at the door. You know, the next day, and I went to the club, which I didn't want to go to, and I saw this girl on the dance floor, and I swear I was like, this is Janet Jackson. Why the fuck Janet Jackson? Nobody is around Janet Jackson. And she had this long ass hair.
So we brought Ollie to the table. Ollie is their 15-year-old daughter, and we left off with Tiny and Samara meeting, and at while Ollie was like, what, 3 months? You said.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you introduced Samara into her life, and how did that come together? How did that blossom?
Well, first I told her that I was pregnant and when I had a baby, and
You met Samara while you was pregnant?
No, I told her that I had a baby.
Oh, okay.
And when I told her that I had a baby, I told her that, I was interested in her, but she didn't have to be in my life. I was like, because I know that this is something that wasn't your plan, but it was my plan.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, y'all, this is so cute and cool and all that. And so she just...
Samara, were you feeling like you was like looking for a family?
I was not, but I was also like extremely, I'm not going to say dependent, but I don't know. I was raised in a household where I had my mom and my dad, and I always saw myself being in this real committed relationship. And, her having a baby, was just extra cute, But then she almost lost me, though, early in the beginning there. She did almost lose me because she didn't know what she wanted to do really with her life and her ex. But I held
because
on.
I know her ex was a big part of the picture because she was there for committing with you with this child. So it was also feeling like you was taking Ollie away from
this person. She picked the person. If the person was her friend, so the person was her friend, and in this lesbian world, in the gay world, but really this lesbian world, it gets real deep with women when it comes to children. You know what I'm saying? And especially when a woman having another baby with a woman, and then the woman who, whichever one leaves and they taking their baby with them,
yeah.
that other one feels some type of way, and that's exactly what was going on. Like, she felt some type of way, but I had felt like you didn't even want to be a part of it. You didn't show enough signs.
So how hard was it for you to walk away?
It was very hard. Was very hard to walk away from that situation of having to break that news to her. Because I did have her stuff at the door. It was time for her to go. We was fighting. I could not get up. These is all thoughts. This all happened in the span of days. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, but I was not expecting to find anybody when I went to the club that night, and it was actually 3 days after all that, so I was not expecting. I was kind of...
Yeah, because that story also amazed me too, how you broke up with your ex, and then 3 days later, you wasn't even going to go out, but someone convinced you to go out, and then that's when you actually met Samara.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to go out, and somebody convinced me to go out, and it was just cute.
I mean, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long, long time ago.
Can we get into a little backstory of you, Samara? Because we don't know much about you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I had graduated from Columbia in like '01. My degree was in musical theater, so I just knew I was about to like blow up, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago. And I think that when I met Tiny, I was at the time working for this children's touring theater. So I had my apartment on the south side of Chicago, and I was like every other month I would be out of town for like a month or so, and then back in town for like a month, and then also I was traveling and doing that for like a couple years before I had even met Tiny.
And question. So when did you know you were gay?
Oh, well, okay. I would say when I was in college.
College is the life.
College is the life. I had a boyfriend from almost like the moment when I had first got to school. Like, me and him, I met like a few months after I moved into the dorms, basically, as a freshman. And we had dated for like almost 2 years, ended up getting an apartment on the south side as well. And I had a moment of realization where I had some suppressed memories of childhood sexual abuse that I had endured. And it just so happens that when I was able to see my abuser, he looked just like my current boyfriend. It was real, like, crazy, and I could no longer perform sexually with him. And I'm sorry, but it was the truth. And I tried, and I knew that after time had gone by, me and him still being together, he would eventually do what he had to do to be satisfied, and he did. And he cheated on me, and I went back home, and I kissed the girl, and I liked it, long story short. So that's what had happened.
Can I ask? Okay, because I have to think about, the way society's set up and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of my thinking, but I'm also like, there's never been a moment where I was like, that guy. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to understand, like, were you truly like, I fuck with these dudes, or you were just, it was just something, you were just rolling with it because that's what you felt like you're supposed to do?
Number one, yeah, I truly felt that. I felt like, I was supposed to. I like guys. I saw guys as being cute, like, oh, he cute. But that's what I was looking for. I was looking for looks. I wasn't necessarily looking for, anything else. Every boyfriend I had, I wanted them to be cute. And some people probably debate if they was cute or not.
Hey, man, beauty is an eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
It's one of the truest things ever. Because
So,
I don't be
yeah.
chasing after women with all them rings on their necks in Africa.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just saying, in that area, that shit is beauty.
That
Yes.
choice of comparison is hilarious.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
I
like,
get it.
it's, I don't like pale shit either. And some people like the pale shit.
Mm-hmm. No, I wasn't. I don't think that I was like boy crazy, really, But again, I thought that was cute of having a boyfriend. In high school, being around other girls who had boyfriends, like, I wanted to make sure I had a date for the prom and, and feel kind of special like that, And again, I had those types of parents who wouldn't let me do anything. So, yeah, I don't know. It was normal to be straight.
Yeah.
But I had girlfriends when I was little now. I mean, let's not, But I just chopped that all up to being, like young girls who play house.
Yeah.
And things go a little far.
Things go a little far, experimenting, Okay. So then, Tiny, after, so then, you all have been raising a child together now for like 15 years. And when I came in y'all life, I think, Ali, you were like maybe 8, 7, something like that. Like, oh my God, and just like watching her grow up. But it's been fun to watch you all do that. And like I said before, they're very transparent with her. And, so they have like real conversations. And
yeah, I feel like I've been talking to her since she was 2 about real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't even remember what time when I didn't keep it real, when I didn't teach you something, saying something, and I couldn't help myself. So a lot of people like to judge that, and saying your kid should know only certain things.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that that's true. I believe that your kid should know the truth, everything. You know what I'm saying? And the way that she was conceived, my mom used to get on me about that when she was a baby and how I was going to tell her how she was conceived. And I told her how she was conceived, but I mean, I didn't sugarcoat it, but because she was 2 and 3, I couldn't say certain things, but I had to still say, still tell her the truth. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't be expecting. You know what I'm saying? So.
And Ali, when do you feel that you realize like, oh, my situation at home is different than the most around you? Do you feel like you remember that?
I honestly don't remember. I honestly don't remember much about it. I just remember like me coming home to two girls and like my other friends talking about the dad and their moms. And I remember like on Father's Day I'd get her a gift. I don't know why, because she was like, I'm your dad, you give me a gift. I'm like, okay. And I gave her gifts every Father's Day. That's really all I remember about that.
I don't, it's funny you say that, because being around y'all all these years, I never felt like there was like a gender role, but how do you feel? Like, do you feel like one plays more the mother, one plays more the father?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Who playing what role?
She plays the mom and you play the dad.
Is it because she's the
Go.
disciplinary? Like, is that's why?
Yeah. I can
Or
get
is it the looks?
No. Not the
Because
looks.
if I wore a dress,
No, don't let her go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't push her a certain way.
It's not the looks. It's just that with Samara, I can get away with a lot of things. With her, she's always like watching me. So it's like, I feel like that's more of like the motherly thing.
You know what's funny about that? It's usually the opposite. Like it depends though. For me, it's always been the opposite. Even when I think about like my cousins, like our moms didn't let us get away with shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, let me ask, yo, you want to go? Let me ask my dad first. And if he doesn't say, go ask your mom, we good.
Yeah.
So it was usually like my dad was the one who was chill. Mom's was the one who was like,
No, for me,
no.
my dad was the no. Like, don't ask me again. It didn't matter. He was the no, and so I could get away a little bit more with my mama. So I could see why she feels that way. But I feel like I'm very steadfast.
And because with Samara, I can kind of like guilt her into like, this one, or we can make a compromise.
are you
with
saying
her.
too much right now? This is
Giving your secrets.
But no, and with her, we can't make a deal. Like, I can't be like, okay, I'll wash the dishes if you give me a pop. I can't do that with her. She'll be like, no, you wash the dishes. There's no, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, like also like seeing their debates, like the reason why she thinks she should do something versus what she would do. And like sometimes Tiny would choose to be like, I don't need to give you any explanation. But as she's gotten older, I see that you grant her explanations more so, like more than you ever did before. And y'all would really have a discussion about it. And you open to being budging. And it wouldn't even be apparent. It'd be like, and then I should know. Like, like it'd just be like a look. Like,
explanations are really important. It's just it helps. It's not like it's more so like the substance that you're building into the child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because most of us, the older we are, the more you hear about, I was never explained anything. I was told this, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then you kind of build. You could either build like resent or whatever assumptions you have of the people who raised you because of that, because you never got a fucking explanation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the explanations ain't, look, you can just say like, look, I don't feel like thinking about you for the rest of the night because you've been out.
Mm-hmm.
I got shit to do in the morning. That shit stresses me out. No, you cannot go out tonight. But we were never
that's
given
real.
those explanations because it's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I ain't gotta
would
tell you
to
nothing.
have
You the
heard
child.
that. I would have liked to just heard that. You know what I'm saying? But the other day, I wanted to also touch on who I guess is more motherly, more fatherly, or who's the more strict or soft one. We met this guy who she's so-called crushing on. We kind of were talking about this fool earlier. Why he had to be a fool? I'm sorry. But still. And I guess when I met him the first time, I was driving to pick her up from school. He comes to the car and felt willing to come to the car to kind of like see me. I don't feel like I was really smiling, but I was just kind of like, who the fuck is this?
I feel like you would naturally just smile. I feel like,
Yeah,
I think I am.
But then,
I think I just have a sweeter face.
But then, like, when he walked me to the car the next day,
Tiny was driving.
when he walked me to the car the next day, my mom had already had the window down waiting for him. She was like, she gave him like the meanest stare ever, and he chickened out of meeting her. I was like,
it was not a mean look.
It was
I
a mean look.
watched him because I was watching his walk, your walk, how close y'all was, what's happening. I was just watching that moment. And I rolled my window down to make it easier for him. You know what I'm saying? And this little punk motherfucker walked straight clean past my car. So I was like, that's strike 1 and 2 for you.
okay, because no, me and him had talked about him meeting you this time as we were coming to the car. But then, like, you guys were staring at each other, and he was like, she gave me the meanest face ever. And I was like, you can't. I know she probably did though.
That is hard. That is that kid. That's still a look. He may be older than what you want him to be, but he's still a fucking kid. That's rough.
You got to deal with this situation.
I
though.
know, but it's scary.
It is.
And look, the only thing. Let me tell you
You know
why.
what's scary?
What?
What's scary is when you putting that dick in my child.
All right.
She gonna be scared.
That's scary.
She gonna be
Okay.
scared as
That's
hell.
scary. Okay, he wasn't even ready. I don't know if he wanted even to use his dick yet.
Yeah.
He may have just liked her and just wanted to take
I'm
her
just
to
saying, I
take her to
don't know.
Starbucks and shit. I'm just saying, maybe he didn't want to dick her.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
he's yeah.
Okay.
Wait, he's
okay.
19 in high school?
Wait, he's 19 so he's in high school.
Yes, okay.
He's in a group home?
No. Okay, so he just came to the United States 5 years ago
Where's he from?
Honduras. I don't know how
Yeah,
to say it.
Honduras, yeah.
And so then they had put him
So
back
he
a
don't speak
grade.
English.
Yeah, they put him back a grade when he first got here because he didn't speak English. So that's why he's 19, and we're about to be 19 in high school.
All right, listen, let me tell you something. He needs to be put through a few tests. Because I don't want him like just liking you right now because his English ain't that great yet.
No, his English is perfect now. It's good.
Really, already?
Yeah, but the
How long you been here?
5 years.
DeOtis English ain't even great right now.
My English is perfect.
Really good with English and stuff like that. It's just
Okay.
when we got here,
So what do you like about this kid?
that we can argue for hours about a lot of things. Cause like we have
Argue for
No,
hours.
not argue, debate about many things for like long periods of time. Like we dislike a lot of things like colors, food, stuff like that. But then we agree on some stuff. So like when we don't like it, we debate about it. We're like, no, this is better because this, and this.
So you appreciate that he gives you a challenge.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
think it's a challenge.
Where is he? Is he graduating soon? Okay, where is he going?
He wants to spend 2 years in the community college right next to my school. Oh, hello. Right next to my school. And then the next 2 he wants to go to, what was it, UCSB?
Oh, Santa Barbara.
Yes, I don't know the name of it. But yeah, that, I guess. So,
Okay. I mean, we'll see how this goes, I guess.
Now, honestly, I have a question.
Out the door.
Do you feel at all that he has any like sexual desires for you?
That's the question.
That's a question.
So all this, we can talk about stuff and debate and we have the same likes and interests and all that bull, but is he trying to get some?
I don't
In
know.
your
He's
opinion.
I don't know. He's a guy, so
What does that mean to you?
probably, but
But like, I mean, what is he doing? What is he saying? Come on, we want some juiciness.
I need to hear. I'm gonna tell you the real. I mean, let's be real. He is a guy, no matter what. He probably eventually wants to, but he has to know at his age this is inappropriate. Like you just can't
Yeah.
right now. It just can't happen. Like he gotta just know, like this shit ain't happening.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that you at least know, like, well, he's a guy, so yeah, like you know that much. Like it's just, yeah.
And for guys to say he's a guy and he knows that I'm 19 and this little girl is this age. I can only be talking to her. You know what I'm saying? And that should be where his head should be at.
You have to be willing to wait. Are you willing to wait? And that's the question.
Not for you, but for him.
Yeah.
And then you, as a young adult yourself, because we feel like we can be losing something.
I mean, I'm sorry, I can't let this go right now because see, I remember at your age, guys just pressuring me,
Yes.
and we've all watched The Wood, and we've
now
all
it's a
loved The Wood, and
different
I don't
time,
care.
though.
I know.
Well,
but
it's
so-
not a pressure right now because ain't nobody's doing anything. Ain't nobody dating nothing. You feel me?
No, I'm saying pressuring to do something is what I'm saying.
Right. And I feel like the pressure happens when you are dating the person, when you are knowing that this person is with this person. Right now, that's not where it's at. You know.
No. Why you want to let her talk?
I'm just telling you that
Has he been doing any pressuring?
no, because they're not dating. They're just talking as friends.
all right.
But that never
No,
stopped.
because-
That,
Right?
that ain't never stopped no man.
No, because we're not dating. We're just talking as friends.
But that ain't never stopped no man. Let me tell you.
Yes, but maybe a respectful one. Who knows? Like, okay, you're young. As you guys said, the age difference. He's not.
Look, legally there's an age difference, but mentally that's a child. So I don't know that but cultural, there could be some cultural, I don't know, could be a cultural difference.
No, that is true though.
compared to all your friends, Ali, how do you feel like you have been raised? Some because a lot of your friends have been raised in either single parent homes, parents is with mothers and fathers. And do you have any gay? I think you may talked about a gay friend that you had, lesbians, or maybe dads who was gay, or a child, something like that. Have you not? Anyway, but my point is how have you felt we've raised you? Have you felt like you have been like, there's a problem, give me counseling, and there's a camera for you right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really trying to kill me. Give me counseling, or seriously, and you have to look at your friends, everybody who's around you, and what everybody's going through. You know what I'm saying? And what everybody's doing at your age and what's going on with you, like, and then think about how we have raised you. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it is two women raising you. As a woman.
Okay. I feel like you guys have raised me maybe even better than my friends have, because they're breaking rules, they're lying to their parents. My current friend their parent doesn't even know that she's dated like 5 guys. So it's like, at least you guys know who my crush is and everything like that. We're way more open than they are. We don't really lie to each other that much. I told you about everything. So yeah, I feel like you raised me better than them, I guess.
Okay, a question. Culturally, what's the school makeup?
What's in your school? What school? What's the
ethnicities? Is it mostly?
We got Armos and Mexicans, Armenians and Mexicans ruling the school. There's like a tie. They got into a fight a while ago. And then we have the Jewish people, and then we have the white people, and then we have like 6, 7 Black people, including myself there.
Wow.
And you got the little Asians.
Do any of you guys feel like there would be a different reaction to her upbringing if she was at a majority Black school?
This is her coming from Chicago.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we moved. So we homeschooled her.
How long y'all been here?
We've been here for 3 years from Chicago. We
That's where I know them from Chicago. That's where we all met.
Okay.
Yeah. So we lived in Chicago. We put her in a all Black school in Chicago, the West Side. When she was grammar school, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. We didn't like how they was teaching. We didn't like the school, the little kids, and being bullied. And at in the second grade, little kids bullying.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to homeschool. So we homeschooled her 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and she really wanted to get out there more with some more kids, and we go back to school.
Even though we had her in programs.
We had her in programs and stuff, but she wanted to be around kids every day, all day, and that was what was important to her. Her grades was not important to her. It was just being around kids. So we put her back into a school that was all Blacks, 6th grade. When I tell you, the shit started again. 6th grade, 7th grade, we had bullying, kids bullying her, calling her. She had dreads that hung down, all the way down here. And I guess at that age, or at that time, kids didn't know what dreads was because they had weaves and
weaves
there.
at 12 years old.
Yeah, and braids
bundles.
and stuff. So when they looked at her natural hair, they couldn't understand that this was all her hair. So they talked about her for that. They talked about her for her skin color. They talked about her. So
for the radio world, she's very light,
yes. light bright.
Yeah.
But so then I had her in that school and there was problems. So they didn't like it. So moving here, it gave her actually an opportunity to be herself. You know what I'm saying? So now she is whoever she wants to be. Although she is looking at everybody else and kind of wanting to do things that they're doing, like, oh, look at this Mexican with this hair.
It's like, even though we lived in the hood in Chicago, she was never a part of the hood. She never was hood, like, in her soul, in her core.
What you say you was?
So she didn't know how to. Yeah, if you want to call it, yeah, definitely.
And then, like,
she had a different level of class.
So it's like, where do I
Say it again?
I said with them, the Black people, I was classier, but then like here, I'm ratcheter. I'm like, so what do I
ratchet.
More ratchet.
I guess it'd be the more grammatically.
Ratcheter.
Yeah, that's weird because
Making up words.
I tried to figure.
that's exactly how I felt. Like I wasn't like hood enough in some circumstances in there, but then here I'm just like, what are you? And then it's just like this balance that I have to, you know, as you get older, you find whatever you are.
Yeah, I found out who I fit in with.
You don't know my life, Joe.
I don't.
Okay.
Ain't nobody thinking about your ass as hood here.
I didn't
We
say
just
that.
don't think you can. We just think you make up words and you like putting anything in milk.
I don't like milk. I am lactose intolerant, so I use almond milk and soy milk and
It's
protein
you
milk,
still
so-
use the word milk.
not
He
dairy.
puts a
or
whole
milk.
blueberry muffin.
Yeah, you eat it like cereal.
Yeah.
It's
I
pretty
ain't gonna lie,
bomb.
that shit looks pretty good when he does it.
I'm
And
telling
I
you,
just,
it's so
but he uses
savory.
mayonnaise and shit too in his
What?
food. I hate
I
it.
hate mayonnaise. I do not eat mayonnaise.
What's the creamy shit you be using? Like you be using some kind of shit.
I am a condiment whore, so it's probably something, but
You
it's not.
use ketchup for a lot of shit, don't you?
No, I don't use
White
ketchup
stuff.
a lot. No.
What do you use? Ranch?
No, I'm not a ranch guy that much.
What is it? You just
It's-
said kind of. I'm named
because
like 5 of them.
I make
There's only
concoctions.
3. Okay.
Anyways,
all together.
I'm sorry. Back to
Oh,
Ali.
yeah, I'm sorry. I hate
I wanna-
watching. I hate watching him eat. It's disgusting.
Who, me?
I got a friend that
Yeah,
hates
you look
watching me eat.
disgusting.
I eat
I
very
ha-
delicate.
Why do I have a friend that hates watching me eat? Like, really?
He say he eats very delicate. When?
I don't know. It's just
You
very
eat like-
carefully, and I chew my food 37 times.
You are a fucking liar. You
Am I?
you chew your food 37 times. You go hiding behind a vending machine ass motherfucker.
Well, next time you can have behind the vending machine and count my bites, and you're gonna see that
count
it's
my bites.
37.
37 bites.
I'm telling you. I'm sorry, Ali. Back to you. I do want to ask this question because I think I don't know if like this ever comes up, but you know, you deciding to have Ali by yourself, and you know, people believing that you need 2 parents, and I wanted to know, like, from Ali, did you ever feel like you was missing out by not having a father, or did you ever wonder about him, or you know, think, you know, more about that side of you?
No, I don't really think I missed out on having a father. I met him once before we left here, and he was cool, but that's about it. I don't really
Before you left Chicago
Yeah, before
to
Chicago.
come move here, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think I need him in my life. I'm fine the way I am, I think. So,
When you met him, did it like kind of jar you in some way? Did you feel shocked, like finally seeing like him in person, his face?
I
Like-
didn't want to meet him.
Oh.
I didn't want to meet him, but my
Did you say you didn't want to meet him?
you know, I didn't really want to meet him in person, stuff like that, the day, because it wasn't you.
No, it was Joe. And first of
Joe.
all, you said to me, and see, this is what kids have problems with. Their memories. They only remember things
No.
six months back. Every 6 months,
Not
everything is
6
wiped
months.
away.
2
Yeah.
weeks at the most.
Okay.
But
So
I-
she had asked me, you know, she had been asking me since she was like 11 that, you know, she started talking more about it. Now, I already told her, been telling her the story of where she come from type of stuff. So she was not asking about where do I come from. She was asking, when can I meet him? And I was letting her know that with the situation that's going on, he can't be met. Like we did a contract. I told you that. And he got a situation over here. And so, you know, I'll reach out.
The situation being that he has a whole family.
Yeah, he
going
has a
on.
whole family going on. So I'll reach out to this side and see what's going on, you know. So I had to talk to my ex that knew him and get that going to get stuff festered. Now, that was when she was 11. It didn't never happen, but she kept asking every year. She would ask every year, not like every day, but once in a while every year, you know. And I would be like giving her the same thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then we'll be getting ready to move, and she asked again. And that's when I was like, well, this kind of got to happen because we're about to move, and that's no telling when. Like, it's probably never going to happen, you know? And you did ask. And that was the only reason why. I wouldn't have pushed none of this. Because, again, we had contracts. And I believe in my contracts.
I think I remember now. It was Joanna. She was like, let's go meet him. We were at the park. She was like, let's go meet him. And I was like, I don't want to because I didn't know if you knew that I was going to go meet him or not. That she was
Oh, you talking about at the very moment when it was happening?
I don't think that, like, you
She was
knew.
like thinking that this
she
girl, the
did it wrong
lady, was
with
trying
her.
to deceive the situation. You know, like, oh, my mama don't want me to meet my father.
Right, because you never
know.
said yes. So I was like, I don't. But I went anyway,
will.
and then I found out. I think like the next day, since I spent the night over at the house with him and his daughters and his wife and stuff like that. And I think I found out that you did wanted me to meet him, so I kind of opened up a little more. Because at first I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. So yeah, but you know, I think I'm fine without him though. I'm fine with just these two right here. So.
Mm-hmm. Did you see? I'm sorry. Last question. When you did meet him, did you see anything about yourself in him?
Similarities.
Just your skin complexion.
Light skin, the nose? No.
Nothing within like his mannerisms or personality.
I didn't really hang out with him that much. I hang out with more of his daughters. I told you I wasn't supposed to be there. I didn't know that I was supposed to be there, so
Right, got it.
I kind of kept my distance and just hung out with kids my age,
Mm-hmm.
daughters.
Have you kept in contact
Your
with
sisters,
your
pretty
sisters?
much.
Huh?
Have you kept in contact? Have you kept in contact with your sisters?
I had 2 of their Snapchats. I think I deleted one of them though, and then the other one I think I lost / deleted. We don't know what happened to that one. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hope you don't need a lung.
That's the other thing that's very because Tiny is super like straightforward and honest about everything to anybody. She's like that too. It's just like her own version of it. It's just very direct.
You're supposed to be honest. You gotta be. 'Cause
It gets
people,
past the bullshit so quick.
I mean, you can lie about things that is cute, like that's but lying about some stuff that knows gonna be coming back and biting you. Why are we doing it?
Okay, what have the difficulties been as a lesbian couple raising a child?
Actually, there is none. Not with me.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, we used to be afraid, like, if something was to happen to
Oh,
the
okay,
other one.
okay, yeah,
and,
okay. And
you know,
she wasn't
then
gonna be able
it's
to be in the
just
hospital
me.
with me or something. And
You
if my mom was gonna claim her if I died, like if I died, my mom and her, they got along, but it wasn't. My mom was thirsty for another kid, so she'd be like, "Oh, this is gonna be mine." So every time, like all while Ollie grew up, if there was any problems with anything, I was writing in a book, and it's still in my mom's house. Any book in her house, almost on the shelves, just like this, where I have written in there, if anything happens to me, my child right here belongs to Samara, and she goes with her. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't have it notarized, but I felt like if I wrote it enough, people would believe. You know what I'm saying? You know, but now we only got 2 years to go, so we all good. And
But we
clear
got
almost.
married, though. I mean,
Oh,
we
and
got married
so
in
now we gotta worry about the
2015 we got married, right?
Oh,
2015.
Stop making me count 3 years.
So y'all know.
Okay, how excited were y'all about the officiality of that?
Of what?
Of being married.
No, well,
It was cute.
It
Like,
was-
I mean, we're not that type of gays where and it's probably bad
I bring
to
that up.
really admit.
I say that mainly because of what she said before about her making sure that it was known that if something happens to her, like that takes away a lot of the questions.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think we were thinking about that in taxes. You know, we was all about political shit up. Like, oh my God, like, is it gonna bring our taxes up? We're gonna get some more money for this, you know? And we realized no. Like, we're thinking right now, like, man, but I think it'll cost more to get a divorce, you know, than it did to get married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just like whatever. But we was together for 12 years.
11. It was 11 because
11 years
the
before
judge
we
lost
even
her mind.
got married, you know?
When we
So,
said it.
you know, we just was doing it like, let's do this, I guess.
Were y'all nervous about when you take her to the schools, when you bring her to enroll in the schools as a lesbian couple? Were you worried about the looks and how she was going to be treated? What about that part?
Well, I worry about myself and more so than her, which is crazy because I know that I don't have this look of mom and stuff. And so when we both are together, when we all three together, you should see, we look like some kids. You know what I'm saying? And she's more of the womanly, like they can really be this mother type of thing, and then I just bust in there looking like, what? You know?
Because like, I mean, for the podcast sake, like Samara and Tiny are very tiny. Like their body, their structure, so it makes them look like kids. And so compared to Ollie, who is only average height, is taller than them, it is a dynamic to watch them come into a school situation. And and Samara has that more womanly type of vibe.
Like ready to go
Just
in
ready
on
to go.
somebody. Like,
And then, Tiny, like, what is happening?
I'm thug life and just in this mug, like what, you know, and then my clothes just be like, don't get no fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I do sit there and feel some type of way, you know, and then I have to also think like they can't pass off being mother and daughter if we're all together and I'm looking like this, because they like, she looks like me, so I'm sitting here just ratchetly looking like what the fuck. So I feel some type of way, but then I know that she's so strong with her friends that she don't get no fuck. Like, you know, she like, this is my mom and this is my other mom, and I just be like, you acknowledged us.
Be like,
You
"What, really?"
acknowledged
And I'm like,
us.
when did you like stop thinking about it as much? Like, when did it stop being like, all right, because let's say I bring up like having a gay homeboy, right? Mm-hmm. Say me and D are hanging out together. If me and D hung out together like 5-6 years ago, I'm gonna think about it every time we go somewhere. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna think I'm gay. I'm hanging out with this gay dude. Like now, I think about it. It's just like, whatever.
For me, when I moved here.
I may, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I may think about it but it's not the same.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
For
though?
me, it
So
was
I'm
when
saying,
I
when
moved
did you-
here. When I moved here is when I really, really stopped thinking about it, because again, when we were in Chicago,
stop being gay, stop
the
being
last school that she was at was a private school, and it was all just extra. They tried it, but anyway. You know, you around ignorant motherfuckers. They was still ignorant ass motherfuckers, and they look at you like, ooh. Ugh, them the gay folks right there. That's the gay family. That's the girl. Like, that's the girl on the stage. The two mamas.
And I try not to go to that school a lot. Like I sent Samara a lot of times because I did feel like we were being watched. And
I remember coming from Chicago too. That's exactly what shocked me, of how much more accepting. Even like, especially like the younger generations, just like black males and anything, it just like me being gay felt secondary. And I'm like, there's a change happening. And now I've been here for 6 years, and I even seen more of a transition, especially from Chicago.
I ain't gonna lie, it does help when you aren't and this sucks, but we know we have shit to work on. And when you go to a neighborhood that isn't majority black, it helps.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you're in Chicago or in LA.
Yeah.
Y'all did not go to a predominantly black neighborhood, because it ain't gonna be no different if you in South Central or in Chicago. They all are the same. like, we have not changed enough yet.
You're right.
Like, there's gonna be, now is there gonna be somebody who has a girlfriend, somebody's mom who got a girlfriend? Yeah, but it's still not gonna be the norm. And people are gonna be they're gonna be looking, they're gonna be watching. So that's one thing. I mean, this is one of the reasons for the podcast, so we can make it the norm and just be like, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Right. Yeah. I think when I walk into a school, the only thing I probably think about is I'm black.
Yeah.
Because it's not enough of the blacks there. But then I also say to myself, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't think I want them there, but I'm like, I don't know if I want them there. Yeah. Because if they're there, then it might change the
We want them there if they come there with the right fucking mentality.
Right.
Like, and I love my people.
We would prefer them there if they come with the right mentality,
But that's what makes me scared, because it's like, will you? And if you're not going to come with it, but I have asked for all these blacks to come here, and now I can't. Now we having problems that we shouldn't have. Then that's where it's like, oh, I shouldn't. Don't ask for something.
And it's all linked to other external reasons why these kids are coming the way that they are.
Look,
It's
the
just
more
so many
money the
layers.
black people have, the better that situation would be. Because more money, more education,
more access.
All that stuff. Now, the poorer you are, the more you lean on religion. And if you lean on religion, then you know what kind of thinking you're probably going to get out of that.
Damn.
I mean, because you want to have dependency, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or accountability.
Shit, ain't no accountability. You just want to depend on something, because you're going to die.
You ain't going to make it.
I'm just saying, you're going to die. So you're like, what's going to happen?
So, Joe, do you have any more questions?
I don't, man. I really think this was good. I love everything we did here. And I love that even when we weren't, it didn't seem like we were getting to the right point. at times.
Or the same point.
No, just like we weren't getting there yet. You know, Tiny jumped in and she got it started. I love that. I was like, oh yeah, thank you. Good job. And Samara, same thing, even before we started the podcast. So I appreciate everything that happened on this episode.
Ali, thanks for hanging out with us adults. I know.
I'm surprised y'all didn't ask me if y'all think I'm like bisexual or gay or something. That's why.
Why the fuck we didn't do that?
I'm
Okay, the reason why I didn't ask is because you was crushing on this dude. Like,
Right, and that's
Oh, right,
exactly
that's true,
why
that's
I
true.
didn't say anything, because we've been talking about this whole guy who's, well, just to let you guys know too, he's Latino. He's Mexican, yes.
He's Honduran.
No, Honduras.
Honduras.
My damn. We just said that
that
whole.
is not the same thing.
Whatever.
Well, I didn't ask because I truly believe that when she told me that she was bisexual, she just said it, and I feel like she was just talking. You know what I'm saying? To just be talking. Ain't gonna talk about she like this girl. We all like this girl. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about why I said, why do you like this girl? Because she's cute. But then all girls walking around think other girls is cute. I need more. And then you didn't have more, so really you don't know what it is to like a girl. Do you? We don't know.
I feel like it's the same when liking a guy. Is it not?
I don't know. We're talking to you. Are you bisexual?
Listen, actually, that was like a really good answer.
It was, Ali. It
That's
was.
a really good answer. I mean, I'm just saying she feels the same way when she likes the guy. But I don't know.
So that girl that you said that you liked, you like her like you like them other people that you've been crushing on?
What? Say that again?
I said that same way you liking these other guys that you like. Oh, I got a
Is
crush
that
on
how you
him.
like that
Is that how
girl?
you like that girl?
Yeah, that's how I did like her. I used to, but like not anymore. But like yeah, that's how I used to like her. But then I kind of got over it like 2 weeks later, and I was like, oh.
So are you bisexual?
I think I am. That's why I've been telling people at my school, like, hey, I'm
Really?
bisexual. We've been high-fiving about it and everything.
She said, "Hey, I'm bisexual," and they've been high-fiving about it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like it's a motherfucking race. We won.
Yo, this shit is different. This shit is different because
Different
to
world,
the
man.
last, this is the second episode where it's just like, yo, society's different.
And we've been comparing it to, you know, Joe growing up when it was gay, me being a little bit younger than him, last guest Marcus is a little bit younger than me, and now
Us being
Ali
older than y'all.
and older, yeah, y'all been older than us, and then Ali being younger than Marcus, you know.
Because like
Yeah.
there are TV shows now that actually like on Disney Channel. Do you guys know Disney Channel?
Yeah,
Right?
we know what the Disney Channel is.
I was around when the Disney Channel started, okay?
When it was its best.
I had a fucking
Stop.
black box.
Just do
This was
us
before
like this.
Justin Timberlake was on Mickey Mouse Club, okay?
Oh.
No.
Okay. But no, now they have gay TV shows on Disney Channel.
So does that make you gay because it's gay TV
No,
shows?
no,
Should
I'm
I
saying,
write somebody?
No, I'm saying that it's more like gays are more open nowadays in this time period than it was when you guys were growing up. So
I have seen a piece of
Okay.
that.
Yes.
Even in like the animated cartoons, there's like a gay character.
So
Yeah.
what does that mean for you?
for me,
Yeah,
personally,
like because they're showing gay stuff on TV. What does
no,
that
it
mean?
doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying
It's just the norm to you.
it's just the norm. Like not norm now, but like there's more people who's open to gay in this time than in you guys' time. That's what I'm just saying.
Have you kissed a girl?
She gonna shake her head. No.
She nodded her head no.
I
Everyone.
can't say yes.
I know, because it looked like a lie. And when we zoom in from this, you'll see it. But you know, that's something you ain't talked to me about. You just talk.
Wait, if I do have my first kiss, would you want me to tell you?
I wanted to know everything. Did we not tell you this? Like everything about your whole life is what I want to know because I'm gonna guide you in the right direction.
Do you
Yeah.
ever get nervous when you tell her stuff? Like,
Yes. Oh my God.
do you? Okay, so when she tells you, she tells you, and your reaction, do you have to like reel it in and like, okay, don't
Right.
let me talk to her in a calm manner.
Yes. Okay. This actually just happened 2 weeks ago. I took a wheat cookie from a friend, and I got in the car high with her. She didn't notice though. 'Cause I was all loopy.
I'm just old school. What?
I was all loopy and all out of it, but she didn't notice. She thought it was just my regular state. So it was during lunch, so I have like 2 extra periods after that before I can go home. So my teachers didn't notice either, because my friend was there to keep me calm. And so then so when I got home, I fell right asleep and then wore out the next day. But on the weekend, she was like, I need you to pee in a cup for me, because I smoke weed.
Edit.
Wow.
That like the world. I wanted to test her pee because I wanted to know what she was doing. Okay, jump.
Because your motherly tingling senses were tingling.
Right,
and
yes,
you just
and I felt something. So jump to the end.
And so then I was like, she told me that on Saturday. She's like, I'm going to do it on like Monday morning. And I was like, okay. And I was drinking water, like, okay, maybe if I down this, it'll be out of my system. Google said it will not be out of my system.
Google said.
So she's like, I'm with your piano right now. I'm like, okay. So I go to my room. I'm pacing around, like, giving my story, my facts. The girl's name, her age, her parents, when it happened, why it happened, how much it was. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. When I talked to her, she's like, okay. I'm like, why are you so calm? I had a whole speech prepared. I have no cards ready. You're going to ask any questions? And she was like, you still going to pee in a cup for me? I'm like, what? But I felt so bad. I was like, I can't? So, yeah.
Why you feel like you can't talk to me until when it happens?
Because you react. I don't know how you're going to react. You surprise me. Some days, I thought you were going to whip my butt, trick my phone if I told you that, but you didn't. I need to know what your reaction is going to be. I don't like surprises. I know. That's why I'm like, if I tell her, she might cut off my fingers. I don't know. It depends on her mood.
And you're not gonna know too, because at your age you don't know what's actually like bad.
The worst, yeah.
You don't know what that means to her. Yeah, to your parents.
That's so true.
You don't know. Yeah, like, all right, like you taking a weed cookie, right? Could have put you in the hospital. Like that could have been really bad. Because I don't react well to fucking edibles. So that could have been the situation. And then you can't just be taking anything from anybody. You don't know what the fuck to be putting in this shit. Like, so.
And you still decide.
But you ate it. You weren't there when they made that shit.
I was thinking like her.
I'm over here sounding like somebody's daddy.
Yeah, you are. I like it.
Am I gonna have people there to keep me alive and safe? We all good? It was a little risk. And I was like, oh, it's life without risk. It's all right.
I mean, Ollie would think further.
All I'm saying is,
but
all right, but at the same time, you're thinking like this. You're trusting these young children.
Who also do so? I'm like, y'all still living. That seems fine to me. I mean, you're not spazzing out during class. You seem fine, right? You took this cookie too earlier. All right, you look kind of decent. I think I should be fine too, hopefully. God knows, hopefully.
I can't be mad at this. I get it.
And these are the debates I be hearing between Tiny and Ollie.
And all I wanted was one kid. You know how some people say oops and they have more than one and accident stuff. I told you all how I had this one. Like I planned it to a T because I knew I only wanted one.
Yeah.
Yes. It is. No.
I will say this: if you had another one, I'm just saying. If you had another one, it wouldn't be a bad idea because you would have even more help. This motherfucker right here will definitely be assisting. What? I am just saying you'll be a really good big sister. What are you talking about? I'm not trying to get you.
You gotta see us with our dog, her brother / like he can't even.
This is hilarious, man.
Man, this has been Chi-Town Real. This is the shit that I be talking about. I miss being out here. Like, this is my rocks because this is like, you just know what you're getting. And that's so unfamiliar, like, for real. Thank you guys.
Thank you
so
for having
much
us.
for coming on.
I appreciate y'all so much. This was fun.
This was really fun. It was. It really was. And after all these years,
it was way more than I expected, honestly. It was way more than I
was.
expected.
After all these years, I still learned even more about y'all. Like, it's just never ending.
When's your birthday?
September 7th.
Why?
Why?
I want to know your horoscope before we.
I hate that so much.
Okay, this is ending. Thank you.